Ladies and gentlemen, what's going on? I do know how to tell time, Michael K. It's called Cuban time. But then again, you're all the way in Buffalo. You don't know about that shit. But anyway, hey, we are going to be talking about. We have some guests. Hopefully, they'll be showing up. But we're going to talk about Chris Greer grading the draft. I mean, the free agency and things of that nature. So when we come back, after give me a couple of minutes, and we'll definitely get back to it. You know, we have some guests of honorable mentions, but you know who they are. We'll come back, and the Smoke Lounge will proceed. Just hang tight.
New seasons, new gear. Show the world what it means to be a fan in 100% authentic gear. Fanatics, officially licensed everything.
Get ready to dive into a new world of online shopping with the Fins Tailgate. Whether you're a die-hard sports fan or just looking for the latest fashion trends, we've got you covered. With a wide variety of products from your favorite sports teams to stylish accessories and home decor, we're your one-stop shop for all things tailgate. Our easy-to-use website and hassle-free checkout process make shopping with us a breeze. Plus, with frequent sales and discounts, you won't want to shop anywhere else. So come on in and join the party at the Fins Tailgate, your new go-to destination for all things tailgate.
And don't forget, April 30th, we are going to be doing the WrestleMania preview Saturday morning via we're going to have some W energy drink. I have they're right there. We're going to try the fruit punch. Saturday morning, we're going to do a lot of off-season, off-topics. So join us Saturday morning. We'll have some W and just kick it. So, Louis, what's your what's your sense on this free agency so far?
Yeah, Shay. For me, bro, I like the moves that Miami has made.
Yeah, it is March 30th, Saturday at 8 o'clock. Did I say March 20th?
No,
It's March 30th.
April 30th, I think you
said. My bad. March 30th. My bad. Sorry. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, you're good, bro. Yeah, I think for me, Shake, I like the moves that Miami has made. Some, not the.
What you say? Oh man. I don't have any wrestling action figures. But hey, listen, if that's what you like to do, Michael K, hey, that's on you, bro. I bet you have them in erotic poses too. Michael K over here talking about what he does with. Listen, Michael K, what you do with your wrestling action figures is that's your business, bro. But go ahead. What are you saying, Lewis?
I'm sorry, Shake. Had a little technical difficulties there, but
Yeah, Lewis. I mean, Michael K over here talking about the nasty things he does with his action figures. Man, we don't need to hear that. But go ahead.
oh man, that is absolutely disgusting.
Yeah.
But yeah, bro. Listen, again, I think for the most part, I think Miami has gotten some guys that have been productive in the league. Not the biggest name guys, right? But guys again that can be productive, and a lot of the times, a lot of people in the fan base said we were too top heavy, right? That we needed to add some depth on this team. Well, I just think if that's the case, if you look, and I think we were talking a little bit about it backstage, Shake.
Yeah.
With 8 players being signed, bro, I think out of that group you can find some starters and some quality depth pieces. So,
check this out. Look at this here.
I think it was a good move, bro.
These are the 8 players and Christian Wilkins. So for $4 million more, we got 8 and instead of 1.
That sounds like a hell of a
especially a
bargain.
guy. Look, he's a good player, but I've always said, he's not a Warren Sapp. He's not an Aaron Donald. He's not a fucking. He's not that type of defensive tackle. Sorry, he's not one of those.
This show doesn't have the other guys that have been recently signed either. There's been some other dudes.
Yeah, he is not. He is not. If he's a Josh Allen disruptor, or what? He only has 1 win against them. Fucking, we don't need that. Fucking. Can you imagine if you had a anti spy software, or whatever, and you it only stopped one virus and let the other ones in? You'd be like, what the? Get rid of this damn thing.
Hey, I'll be right back, boys.
All right, that'll work. But yeah, listen, Shake. At the end of the day, bro, I think again, you got some starters. You know, Jordan Brooks from Seattle. I think he comes in. I think he's a good replacement for Jerome Baker. I would say that's an upgrade. You look at Jordan Poyer. I know he's kind of up there in age, but for $2 million, veteran presence, I think that's also an upgrade over Deshaun Elliott. Even though I thought Elliott played well.
Hey, but don't be surprised if he gets the axe. So he's one of those so cheap that you could just cut him and say, peace.
Yeah, I mean, I can see that too. If there's another upgrade and maybe you can move off of him, I do think he ends up on the roster though. But I see what you're saying. Again, bro, I think your point is well taken. You basically, for letting one player go, you got 8 players in the building. So again, whether you like the moves or not, I think what this team needed was bodies. And I think Miami got the best of both worlds, bro. I think you got some starters sprinkled in with some depth pieces, and to me, that's good value.
I'm not gonna lie. There's I really wanted Derrick Henry or address the running back room, but it is what it is. If they didn't get him, I was fine either way. But that was just a pipe dream of mine. They could get Derrick Henry because at the end of the day, they'll have like a change of pace back. You know what I mean? But that's what I like. That's what I at least But anyway, I don't know why Savon Ahmed is back. Again, he's probably just a camp body as well. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Well, Shake, you know what, the Derrick Henry going to Baltimore, right? I love when things like this happen. Now, again, from a football perspective, I don't like it because it just strengthens the Baltimore Ravens.
For sure.
Right? But I love it in the aspect to where you can kill people with narratives. Because what do we always hear, Shake? Man, oh my God, they have to build around Tua. Tua needs all these weapons. He can't do it by himself. Well, why in the hell did Baltimore go and get Derrick Henry? Don't they got Lamar Jackson that can do it all? Don't they got Lamar Jackson that can throw? He can run. He can do everything, right? So why did last year they go get Odell Beckham? Why did they draft Zay Flowers? Why did they trade for Roquan Smith? Why did they go get Derrick Henry if they got a guy that can do it all? You see, people only want to make that narrative that Tua is the only guy that needs weapons. Tua is the only guy that the Miami Dolphins, we need to build so much around them.
Oh,
No,
shit.
that's not a Miami Dolphin problem, Shake and everybody else. That's a league problem. Teams want good players. So I love when moves like this happen so we can just come up here and kill people with their own narratives.
Yeah. Well, it's like for instance, we already knew New England Patriots was a, they could do more with less. But when a great player became available, he picked them up in a heartbeat. By the way, this is Factory Smokes by Drew Estates. This is a sweet tip. I love me some sweet tip. This shit goes good with Captain and Coke.
Hey, shout out to some of the guys I see. I know we'll get to them, but two guys specifically. I see Mystic. He's from Twitter. That's my guy.
Yeah,
shout out
what's
to
up,
Mystic.
Mystic?
And also Big Mark. I see Big Mark right there. Yep, I see him. He's another Twitter guy. So shout out to Big Mark. Appreciate you coming through.
My man Scummy. No, we haven't cut.
Absolutely.
I mean, we got 56 on Twitter watching and 32. Hey, if you want, come over to the YouTube side, hit the like button, and then if you can do so, you know what I'm saying. But hey, man, we got one of the homies from Twitter, man. I love listening to this dude, especially on Spaces, man. I've been told he's a bully, though. You know what I mean? So we got to tread lightly, man.
Who?
My man, Tony. What's going on, Tony? How you doing, brother? Welcome to the program, man.
Oh, man, I have no idea who this guy is, but welcome.
Shake Money, what's good?
What's going on, my brother?
Yours,
we just talking about the moves. What move did you like?
Tony, what's good?
What move you didn't like, and what move would you want to see?
Well, I wanted to address something. I haven't addressed this yet. Thank God I got out the gym early, an hour early, this so I could address it. I see a lot of people, and it's like, what? Damn if you don't, or damn if you do. Cause when we was making all these big splash, you know what I'm saying, signings every off season, the narrative was, all he do is make big splashes so we can forget about all the bad moves that he made, bad signings and all this, right? Now this year, the whole thing, we all was trying to figure out how he was going to be able, or the front office was going to be able to make it possible to be able to get cap compliance. You know what I mean? How we going to do it? And now we see they taking a more strategic approach. I think it's smarter, not fucking just going out there signing the big name. Big name. This is what I want to ask people. Name one time that the person or the team that won the offseason won the Super Bowl. It usually don't happen like that.
I agree. And
you
look,
know what I mean?
Look at Baltimore's defense. Look how good they were. So, outside of Patrick Queen and maybe nobody knew most of those players. You know what I'm saying? Outside of Patrick Queen and the other Roquan Smith. That's it.
Exactly. So this is what I'm saying. I think, bro, like, if you don't want the same outcome and you don't want this team to continue to do the same thing, then eventually they have to change. They have to show some kind of improvement. They have to learn from their prior mistakes. And I'm looking, I don't really too much, know most of them, like most of them. But from the one that I look like Jordan Brooks and like, bro, even Jordan Poyer, even though he's older, these guys are the change in the mindset. Like, how we say we need dogs, people that go out there that when the going gets rough, you get what I'm saying? Somebody that's going to be on the sideline lighting a fire up under these guys. I think you got two of those guys right there, bro. So I don't understand what, I mean, at least let it play out. You could like it, you could not like it. But for me, from an outside looking at it, from a fan like me, that if anybody know me, I'm going to be out here rooting for this team. I'm going to be going to these games, right? I'm more excited to see that it look like they learned a little something. Like it ain't always about.
And you know what, Tony? I hate to cross-reference basketball, but being that you're a Heat fan, there's been games like in the playoffs where we were down and then you see Udonis Haslam put foots in their asses, and all of a sudden, the
Yes.
second half, we come out with a fire.
Yes, and people wonder why he was on the team all those years. It's because the value that he brought cannot be taught. You can't teach that kind of value, that character. You know what I mean? So, I mean, just
Well,
like I say, just
And
those
don't tell
two
me that
guys
fucking
alone.
Christian Wilkins was bringing that value, because I don't think he was. Unless you're fucking talking about bringing towels and doing splits, I don't think he was bringing that fucking value.
Well, Tony, let me ask you a question, dog, because I think me and you, and for the most part, we do a lot of cooking out here, whether it's on Twitter and YouTube. Glad to have you up here. But
Yeah.
Tony, listen, bro, explain to me, make this make sense, because I know you're very knowledgeable, right? All I hear, Tony, is people tell me, you, Cap, Shake, everybody else. Well, yeah, I'd definitely be cooking Shake. But Tony, all we hear, bro, is Chris Greer can't draft. He has so many misses, right?
But why is all his players getting drafted? I mean, getting big contracts then.
Tony, I was just about to ask you, bro. There was players, I think it was 4 players that we lost that got a total of $250 million. So the fan base that tells me that Chris Greer misses all the time, other general managers and other teams see value in those same players. So how does that work, Tony?
It doesn't work. The fact of the matter is, time will always tell. You know, we dealing with this microwave generation that want everything right now. Now, some teams they pop here and there. Some general managers pop here and there. But people got to learn how to cook on the stove, bro. Like, don't nobody want they put their food in the oven anymore nowadays. They want to put that bitch in the microwave and then boom, let it take off, and it's done like that. I'll tell you one thing. The only thing that I'm gonna criticize Greer about, right, is the next step. You know how we talk about Tua? The next step, I want to see him winning these big games and showing up. I need him to start getting ahead of our players so we can get them for when you look down the road, they become a bargain deal now. You know what I mean? And we ain't got to worry about him always making a big splash in free agent because he's keeping the talent that he do bring in. And then we could really shut up all the haters or the naysayers who say that he can't draft. I mean, just like most people that look at it objectively, right? We say the same thing. You hit with some, you're going to miss on some. That's every GM. The problem with Greer, I think, why people criticize him so much, is because on the ones that he hit, he don't tend to keep them in-house. So he could shut everybody up. Like, all of these are my drafted players. Minka Fitzpatrick was drafted by him. He went out there and became an all-pro. Granted, we got Javon Hollis after that. You got that Xavier Howard award. Now you got Christian Wilkins, Robert Hunt. Like, these people made $100 million elsewhere. That, to me, that seemed like he's drafting these people. And those are not only first-round draft pick. Robert Hunt was a second-round draft pick. So was Xavier Howard. You get what I'm saying? So I think that's the next level of his maturation of learning how to get out ahead of the people that you see trending in the right direction. And you go ahead and lock them in. Because look at Austin Jackson contract now. That is an absolute steal.
Well, let me ask you all this question, because I've heard this somebody say, look, one of the reasons they said we needed to extend Tua was to open up the cap. We have Xavier Howard's money that's coming out soon, and some other post-June player. So we're going to have a little bit more money come post-June after the draft. Do we really need to extend Tua, or should we just? Or do you think that's going to happen? Or you think they're going to actually pay him, or put him or make him pay the fifth year?
Well, Shake, for me, and again, this is where it gets confusing for me. I want to pay Tua. I want to be very clear, but it has to be at the right price, because I can say that I believe Tua has gotten better, right? But I also can agree I don't think Tua is worth $55 million a year. Like, he has to work with us. Miami has to work with him, right? I think two things can be true. And, I'm starting to question why a deal hasn't got done. I'm not saying that one won't, but what I'm saying is, at least for me, I can't speak for anybody else. I know Tony and Cap probably want to get in this too. If you mean to tell me we can get Tua for 45, 46, 47, 48 million, again, I'm good with that. But if Tua is playing hardball and he's asking for 55, 56, he wants to be the highest paid, I would say in that scenario, no, bro. I'm going to play him on his 5th-year option. I think that's where I'm at. You know, I do think he deserves a contract, but no, I also do not believe he deserves to be the highest paid quarterback in the league.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, just because you got the Giants and the Chargers and some of these other, people making dumb moves, paying their quarterbacks before they prove it anything, doesn't mean we got to do the fucking same thing.
Well, I mean, again, let's take in consideration what the going rate is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Let's not just, ignore that
like you
fact.
said, that's what we're talking about, the going rate, about 45 to 50. That's the going
so
rate.
if you look at it in that aspect, right?
Now, if he wants to see, I'm sorry, Tony, but I think the problem where we're saying is we'll give him what the going rate is, but we're not going to reset the market.
Okay, you know what? I don't have no pushback on that. But what I would say is, typically, this is how if the coach believes in his quarterback. Now, first of all, let me say, I feel like, and I'm still going to stand on what I said, let that man play on that 5th-year option. That's how I said it before the season. That's how I'm going to stand right now. From what I saw last season, I don't mind if he don't come in. Hold on, that's if he don't come in at a reasonable 45. Remember, I said I am not giving no more than 45 at this point. If he signed for 45, I'm all cool with it. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't think he's breaking the bank.
You're a hater,
And I do
Tony.
think he's better than I think he's better than Daniel Jones. So I'm all cool with that. But if he wants to get paid like the big timers, the same thing I said about Christian Wilkins. You want to be in that category with the Patrick Mahomes, the Lamar Jackson, the Joe Burrows. You know, those people in that category, even Jalen Hurts to a certain extent, because that man made a Super Bowl. Bro, no, I'm sorry. You haven't did what those guys have done. So you
how would y'all feel if Justin Jefferson was traded to fucking to Kansas City?
Kansas City. I mean, we ain't got no choice but to feel like we got to still go out there and play.
Yep.
What we gonna do? All right, Jalen Ramsey earn that money. You get what I'm saying? That's what you got to do. That's what you get paid. That's why you can pay your DBs to play. So, but back to the Tua thing, right?
Yeah, for sure.
I think if we all think like how I think that Mike McDaniel loves the quarterback, this contract is going to say a lot about how the franchise really feel about him. You know what I mean? And honestly, I think they should meet somewhere in the middle. He most definitely shouldn't break the bank and reset the market. I don't think he should. And I don't think he should sign for no $40 million like no Daniel Jones contract. That's why I came up with that 45. Listen, man, you did.
I agree.
To me, if the coach believe in him, right, then you pay him. Say you did just enough to be right above the average people. That's what your play showed me.
Real quick though, Tony H, I got a special guest in the back. He's from the Dolphins Den. Shout out to Dolphins Den. If you're on Facebook, go to the Dolphins Den. And this man, he's from New York. He makes some good music as well. I want to give a shout out to my main man, Mr. Ty Bless. What's going on, Ty Bless? How you doing? Welcome. I appreciate you coming through.
What's up, Ty?
What's up, everybody? How y'all feeling?
What's going on, bro?
What's going on, man? Chilling, man. Chilling.
We just talking about the moves and shit. So
I get it. I'm still trying to figure out what we're doing, but you know. Proceed, guys. Proceed.
Okay. Like I was saying, like I said, if Mike McDaniel believe in him, I think you put him in that middle ground, like you just above, and let him earn, because you can always go back and renegotiate your contract. You know what I'm saying? If you outplay your contract, but what you don't want to do is overpay, because now the franchise is going to take the hit, and then you're going to handicap yourself. You know what I'm saying, for your future. So I think you just be fair, put them in that middle. If they can't get it done, I think the safest route at this point, man, let them pay on that 5th-year option, because if it's taking this long, unless they waiting until all that money, that the post-June cuts come through, and then make the Tua's contract. But other than that, I think is something is not right that he ain't signed that contract right now. You know what I'm saying? And if what I'm hearing is true, he wants to get paid above 50. I'm sorry, but I can't agree with that.
Yeah,
I
me
just can't.
neither. I could put Tony. I did. You took the words right out of my mouth. I tried to say it earlier, bro. Tua has done enough to earn a contract, right? He should be the quarterback of the Miami Dolphins. He has earned that right? But to your point, Tony, he hasn't earned the right to take over the market, like
No,
set the market. No, bro, there's no way in hell. So, again, I think both factions, right, the Dolphin organization and Tua's representation, they have to come to the table and meet at a decent number where the team feels comfortable and Tua feels comfortable. But there's no way in hell that Tua Tagovailoa, from what we've seen so far in 4 years, should be the highest paid quarterback in the league. Tony, I think you're spot on, bro.
it's not. I mean, evidence shows you that it's just no. I'm sorry, you can't do that. And at some point, I mean, it's a business at the end of the day. So cool, we understand that these players they got to get what they can because when the owners get tired of you, they trade you away for nothing. But at the same time, you're still running a business. You still have the fans that make it possible for you to keep this business open. So you know what I'm saying. We want to see the best product on the field. So based on what we're seeing as fans, you know what I'm saying? The ones that look at them objectively, not the ones that's either one way or the other. Either you all for Tua or you hate the man. I'm not talking about those fans. I'm talking about the people that look straight down the middle, watch, analyze the games, analyze his production, and then compare him to the rest of the quarterbacks and see where do he belong. And I think I made a fair assessment in that he belonged just above the normal people. Those regular quarterbacks, you're just above those. You make it to the playoffs 2 years in a row, good job. You still haven't won one. You know what I mean? So
I don't think he's gonna set the market, but he's gonna try to put himself at least like in the top 10 maybe as far as being paid. This is the only reason, right? It's really not about this season. It's about maybe season 3, season 4, where that number is gonna look like nothing compared to everybody else's contract. You know what I mean? So his agent, it's not really Tua, but his agent doesn't want to get played in that situation by underbidding Tua. So he's gonna try to get the most he possibly can. It's just business at the end of the day. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
but you
but
can't work like that though,
Mm-hmm.
because whether Tua signs for 40, let's say to Tony's scenario, 45, or if he signs for 60 next year, someone's going to break that. Like you can't negotiate and say, well, since year 3 is going to be, I'm going to be making dirt money. That's not the problem for the Miami Dolphins right now. We can't do
Right.
business in that aspect, right? Like I can't pay you 3 years price for today's price. You see what I'm saying? Like
right,
that don't
yeah.
make sense.
No.
Yeah,
So
for the Dolphins can't, but his agent. That's where you have that impasse, right?
well
Yeah.
again, but that's where the listen, at the end of the day, if we were talking about Tua was free, like he was a free agent, like then I would say the agency and Tua's representation would have kind of leverage. At bro, worst case scenario, Tua's either not going to play because he's going to hold out, or he's going to play for 24 million because Miami has all the rights.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah, the
That's
agent
what.
can
Yeah.
say what he wants, and Tua can say what he wants. At the end of the day, bro, I think Miami has to be fair to Tua, but no, on the other hand, Tua also has to be fair to the Miami Dolphins
I
because
believe you're right. I believe. Yeah, I agree with you. I agree
you
with
know what
you
I'm saying. Miami
for
has
sure.
all the leverage, bro. At
Hmm.
this point,
I agree with that.
And and
Yes.
and to your point, 45 million a year still puts him in top 10.
Yeah,
So
it does.
it's not like
But
we shortcoming him with the $45 million a year. You're top 10, possibly top 5 or top 6. I
in
don't
two
think that.
years, though, in 2 years, that 45 is gonna look crazy.
But it
Trust
don't.
me.
I mean,
When they
we
give
can't
Dak 60
negotiate. We can't.
million,
We don't know what he's. Hey, look, let's do like this. We can't judge him based on what's going to happen in 2 years, because if you want to do that, right, then we could do. Let's go the opposite way and say, well, we could pay you for what you haven't done in your 4 years, like only one completed season, always injury. You only
oh
was in the
yeah,
top.
You know what?
Only in the top.
That's a negotiation clause. Yeah,
You
can
get
put
what I'm
that
saying?
in there.
Only in the top 10.
Absolutely.
You was in the top 10 of quarterback passing yardage, touchdowns. You was only twice. What? Let's say a year and a half because you didn't finish.
You're
So
right.
no,
You're right.
if you're gonna go that way, I can go back that way. Remember, it's a
Mhm.
negotiation table. You can't come to me with that and not
Yeah.
think about the rebuttal to that.
Absolutely.
So that's why I say you're gonna meet someone in the middle.
And then we
And-
don't want to wind up like Dallas, right? Dallas is making no moves. Why? Because they got to pay Dak.
Exactly. So
How about they signed Kurt Franklin as a running back?
listen, man.
Hey,
Listen, I'm gonna tell y'all something, bro. And I don't care what nobody say about how they feel about this. Patrick Mahomes won 3 goddamn Super Bowls, and he ain't the top paid quarterback. He's not. And when
That's a
he
fact.
renegotiated actually to help the team out. So I don't want to hear none of that being
you know what
in the
it
top
is though?
10 and all that.
Also,
Because
he's
you
so
got
good.
the guy that's winning, the guy that is meeting the goal, meeting the standard, is showing you how to become a winning franchise.
And that it helps that he's like the greatest QB like probably ever, right? So the Chiefs be like, hey, I'm gonna give you a 10-year deal, and they can play with the money however they want to play with the money with that kind of a deal, right?
Tom Brady did the same thing.
Yeah.
So let's not, you get what I'm saying, bro? Get this. This is what you earn, and those people were more accomplished. Like, I'm sorry.
I don't think the Dolphins are as sure as Tua as the Chiefs are as sure as Mahomes. They're not gonna give him that kind of a deal. That's why you get to play with the money when you're that sure about your quarterback. You know what I'm saying?
All right, what do you think about V21's comment? The problem with Tua's contract is the commitment, not the money. If you have a franchise QB, nobody cares what he's making. 1-9 in last December, January, 10 January, December games.
I mean, that's another thing where we're saying, like, that goes based on what I said earlier, based on your production and what you put on the
He
field.
won like 2 games last December, so I don't know what the fuck they talking about. 2 or 3 games in last December. So how the hell did he win?
We were 3-2 in December.
3-2 in December. I know the first one was Washington, Dallas, and who else we beat in December?
Washington, Dallas.
Washington was the first one. Dallas was the second one.
Right.
The Jets.
And the Jets. There you go.
Mhm.
Okay, so that's a 3 right there, yeah. But I mean, even based on that comment, it's like I said, based on your production. I mean, you proven us on the field that you're what you're worth, and that's around that $45 million a year.
But I don't believe that comment is total truthful though, because his opening statement was, "It's not about the money, it's about the length." Well, I know on this damn network,
He said the name of the
right?
commitment. I can't see. I'm driving, so I can't see the comment.
Yeah, so Tony, he was basically saying I guess for him, it's not so much the money, it's the length of the contract, right? But I know on this great channel that we are all on now, the Finn's Tailgates, we had a discussion and we figured a way that we
Damn, I really wanted to hear what we figured out, dog.
I
really wanted to hear what we figured out too, dog. I was like, damn, we figured some shit out. What we figure out, Lou?
I can help with that.
Well, I'm telling you what we figured out, right? Like, if you front load the contract, just like what the Baltimore Ravens did with Lamar Jackson, there's an out for Lamar Jackson after this year. Now, there would be some dead cat money, right, for the Baltimore Ravens to eat. But it's the same scenario. If you front load the contract, me and Color Commentary came up here and told you about 2 weeks ago, you could get off of that contract in 2 years. So I think that's disingenuous when people come out and say it's not about the money. No, again, we started this episode talking about it's a lose-lose situation with Chris Greer, right? If he goes and gets the big name players, oh my God, this team is top heavy. Now we're in free agency. We get some lesser type. Now, again, talented players, but not the big names. Oh, he's not going and getting nothing. I hate the moves, right? It's a lose-lose situation for Chris Greer. I think it's the same scenario with Tua Tagovailoa. If we sign him to a 5-year deal, it's too many years. If we give him $200 million, it's too much damn money. You see what I'm saying? It's a lose-lose, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if it's a lose-lose in the sense that if they didn't sign him and something were to happen this year that gave them the indication that they didn't want to sign him, it's still a lose, but at least you wouldn't be continuing to lose. You know what I'm saying? Like, if they don't sign him and it works out with Tua, then, yeah, you're going to have to pay the piper. You know what I'm saying? Inflation plus now you made him ride his 5th year. That's how all that works.
Not to mention next year we're gonna have like a bunch of cap money, so it doesn't fucking matter.
That's true, but we see what the money is now, and it'll always go up. It is what it is. I don't really care.
Well, what I don't like though, Cap, right, is what. See, this is, and maybe I'm just wrong, but this is how my mind works. I still have question marks on Tua. I think all of us still have question marks on Tua.
We'll put
But
Tony on mute. Little feedback.
every year he's been in the league, right? He's gotten better. So if we let him play on his 5th year option, then let's just say for this conversation, he takes another step forward. Maybe not to where we all want, but another step forward. Would you rather have Tua on a $48 to $50 million contract, or does Tua, the same guy, sound better at 60 to 65 million? Because that's what the price will be next year.
Again,
and all I'm saying, bro, like,
no one's arguing with the risk that it takes, right? No one argues that, yeah, if it works out, if you sign him now and next year during the season it's great, and in years to come it's great, right? You're probably saving yourself 20 million, 30, 50, up to 40 to 55 million dollars over the next couple of years by signing him now. I agree. Even if even with the contract being in the 50 mil range, but with the price of inflation and how the cap's going to go up, what these quarterbacks are getting paid, it's only going to continue. Well, so I understand.
Demand a restructure if he ended up balling out like that?
Would he? I don't know, but I do know this: very few quarterbacks. Yeah. Quarterbacks mainly.
I mean, I guess it'd be worth it at that point. So what am I worried about?
By the way, Joe Flacco signed 1-year deal with the Colts. Thank you, Ty.
Oh, did he? Yeah, that makes sense. They lost Minshew, so and that quarterback, they're gonna want to get him out there. But again,
I heard there's some good golf courses in Indianapolis. That's what I heard.
Okay.
That man's going over there to retire.
Is he? I don't know.
Absolutely. That man ain't going. Hey, can we stop? What Joe Flacco's going over there and doing what? Exactly.
Listen, all I know is I was saying that about Joe Flacco last offseason, and Buddy balled the hell out.
Respect on his name, right?
Yeah, put some respect on that man's name, dog. Don't act like he didn't go out there and win football games and play really good. Don't say that.
Well. All I know.
Man won a Super Bowl, Lou. Put some respect on his damn name.
Well. Again, I didn't know we were talking about Joe Flacco from 13 years ago.
I just seen him last season come in on a fucking hot on the short list. The whole team got decimated, and Buddy comes in there and wins some football games.
Didn't he get comeback player of the year too?
And he got comeback player of the year. Congratulations.
That's right.
All I know is I like to keep the same energy everywhere I go.
You know what, Lou? It sounds like you getting real sensitive about quarterbacks. So now, all this Tua love you got going on, you're getting extra sensitive on these quarterbacks now. Ain't nobody saying Joe Flacco is the answer to their franchise.
I didn't say he was the answer. I'm just going by what words are said, right? I just heard 2 people on the panel say, put some respect on his name. Okay,
damn right.
Cool. I ain't got no problem.
Win a Super Bowl, you get respect.
And by the way, my man, listen, you ain't gonna find nobody that goes hard in the paint for Tua than this man right here, Ty Bless.
Well, you know who goes hard in the paint for Joe Flacco? I'll get Tonk up here right now. Nobody goes harder in the paint for Joe Flacco than Tonk.
Well, and that's fine. Listen,
my boy Tonk, get it.
Hey, Joe Flacco, if we're talking about the Super Bowl winning Joe Flacco from 10 years ago, cool, right? But I'm talking about last year's Joe Flacco. That's the one we said, put some respect on his name. All I know, that man should get the same amount of respect we put on Tua Tagovailoa's name, because he lost Wild Card Weekend as well. That's all I know.
Who the hell is this? Who the hell am I talking to right now? Who is this? You know what? I gotta talk to my wife on the phone real quick. I'll be right back to handle this, Lou, because I gotta talk to my wife, bro. This is some bullshit.
And the other quarterback that beat him asked him to sign his autograph because he's a Super Bowl champion.
goddamn it, Trent Dilfer was a fucking Super Bowl winning quarterback. Brad Johnson is a Super Bowl winning quarterback. I don't give a damn about no goddamn Super Bowls like
Keyshawn don't like when you downgrade Brad. Keyshawn gonna be mad at you, Lou.
It is what
I'm saying, again, it is what it is. Tua in a playoff lost to a guy that is, again, there's conversations that he's going to be one of the greatest, if not already the greatest of all time. Yeah. Joe Flacco lost a playoff game last year to a team that was picked to be dead last in their division and a rookie quarterback. Stop. Miss me with the respect. Miss me with the respect on that name.
He still scored more points.
Who they lost against again? The Browns? Who they got bumped by?
Oh, to C.J. Stroud and the Houston Texans.
Come on, man.
But that's the name. That's the guy that I'm supposed to put respect on his name, though, right?
And they still scored more points than we did.
What?
Well, again, I don't know nothing about that. He didn't score enough points to win.
Hey, you know what I heard? I heard there's fans that are having amputations for going to that Chiefs-Dolphins game. It was cold, okay? It was cold. Shit. Amputations. That's how bad it was. That game should have been canceled, bro. I don't care. I don't care about that game. Fuck that game.
And I see guys like Scott Jackson in the chat saying Louis Liavailoa. It's funny though. You're right. Don't listen to me. I don't want you to listen to me, Scott Jackson. Keep listening to fucking morons like Pete telling you Baker Mayfield, Tannehill, Justin Fields, and all these other fucking idiots.
You ain't gonna get no argument out of me on that one.
That he's been telling you about. Go listen to that.
And didn't he make a panel? Didn't he say something about the Dolphins are trading for Justin Fields?
Oh my God!
That was
nobody wanted that dude.
Today. That was
nobody wanted him. What happened to all the Justin Field people?
That was a viewer scoop.
Bro. Where they at? They're all hiding. I know.
He feels all proud of himself because he bounced Lewis and me off the panel, as if we've ever even dared. Because he's ruined our panel. You know how many times we let that guy ruin our panel? We ain't once kicked his ass, dude.
You right, Nene. We should have won it.
To each his own. You know what I mean?
That's all right. I hope on Friday when Shake does the open panel, I hope he decides to click the link. Because he better click it when I'm not on this happy.
And if I ain't here, Lewis, I'm gonna have HB give you my privs so you can make sure that dude don't say one word on our panel, man.
Oh, absolutely not, Color. He better click that link.
After what I heard today, I'm not letting him either.
He better click that goddamn link, Shake, when I'm not up here. Because if I am, his ass ain't coming up. I can promise you that.
Hey, real quick. I got to give another entrance here. It's not the legend, but it's a legend in the making. The best morning show today, Monday through Fridays, 8 o'clock. Miss Consistency, Miss Fins. Welcome to the program.
Miss Fins, okay.
Welcome.
No, what's up, Miss Fins?
I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm on Miss Fins' ass too. Goddamn it!
Nah, hell nah, Lou. Miss Fins. I don't want to cut you off because I know you're getting ready to sling Lou's lifeless ass body all over the room because he thinks he's somebody. I don't know who this brand new Lou is that we got in these streets, caping for quarterback, literally saying that Tua. Hold up, Tua is equal to Joe Flacco's respect-o-meter. First of all, I get where you're coming from, right? Last year, you know what? Last year, at this time in the offseason, I would be like, yeah, Joe Flacco's a joke. He didn't have a good showing at the end of his career. He won the Super Bowl. He was great. But at the end of his career, he didn't have a good showing, blah, 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 blah. And then he comes back and says, no. That's the Jets, not the Joe Flacco. And Joe Flacco wins Comeback Player of the Year. And so now not only did Joe Flacco play on that Ravens team, granted, the defense was elite, but I'm sorry, Joe Flacco didn't stand around there and do nothing. He slung the rock. He made big plays. He won in the playoffs and won the Super Bowl. So my point is, from the addition of Joe Flacco, what he was with the Ravens, to what he proved that he's not with the Jets by winning Comeback Player of the Year, all that career respect earned is equal to what Tua did? Are you kidding me? You need to get out. You need to pass that shit this way, dog, because I'm ready to trip too. I'm ready to trip too, goddammit.
Again, I'm talking about I'm talking about last year, not 12 years ago.
No, you were the one that said Joe Flacco won. If you're talking about Joe Flacco from the Ravens,
no.
Oh,
That's what you guys were saying. I'm talking about when I heard put some respect on his name. I'm coming from last year. That's what I'm going.
So again, Tua's 1 year sample size versus
Tua was better than him last year.
Tua,
you know that.
Tua in his 4th year as an NFL's 1 year sample size. You're right, is better than the comeback player of the year. That's a guy on the wrong side of 30. You know what? No one's going to lie about that. The fact that that's the only victory Tua can get over Joe Flacco that you had to use as an example is pathetic. That's what it is. I'll let you go ahead, Miss Fins. I'm done with this guy. I can't even see him. He's so dug deep right now in the hole I just put him in. I ain't even gonna.
Motherfucking ass right now, Cap. You know that. You know that. I'm
killing shit. How are you killing? You are literally saying you are. You know what? Put it in the poll. I'm putting it in the poll right now. I'm gonna put it in the poll.
That's color, actually. Color, do you think
that was of course it was fucking color. Of course it was fucking color. You know what? Color beyond one. Where color at? You know what? It's in the other fucking thing.
We can't hear you.
Now it's me. See, now it's me.
That's my main. I was saying that's my main man color. Throw it up there. Color,
yeah, that fucking. You know what?
Like
color be doing this right now. Color be on his color Lando takes right now. Get the fuck out of here with your bullshit ass color. Lando takes color. Oh, Miss Fins, I came up earlier. I said I'll be right back, boys, because I had to get on the phone with the producer in the back. T-shirt is incoming. T-shirt is incoming.
Hey, by the way,
incoming.
Lewis, I got another one for him.
Oh yeah, put him to sleep. Put him to sleep. Cooking No, there'd be no putting to sleep around here, bro. Not even a little bit. I'm gonna make a poll right now in the chat for Lewis's take that we're only. I don't even know how your brain can fathom to only take in a 1 year sample size.
By the way,
because
this is me right here.
You're just gonna go year 4 Tua was better than year 15 fucking Joe Flacco. What year was that? Was it his 15th season? 16th? How old is Joe Flacco? Is Joe Flacco Tua's father? He's old enough to be his father. Just remember that.
Joe Flacco got 10 playoff wins under his belt.
Well, you can't count any of those, Shake. We're only going to count the comeback player of the year. The 5-game sample size that he played versus Tua's first time having 17 full games in his career.
Shake, let's tally up how many times he's beat New England, beat Tom Brady in Foxborough.
Oh, yeah, you can't color because they didn't play at the same time. Boom.
Yeah,
again, you're talking about
in the playoffs too. By the way, in the playoffs too, mind you, in the playoffs.
Tua didn't get to play. Did Tua ever play against Tom Brady?
Hey, listen, that 1 year he not only did
everybody
he beat Tom
chill,
Brady, but he beat Peyton Manning in the same year.
Right. And Shake, remember that year that New England in their second game started off with like a team roasting them like 34-13. And everybody was like, "Oh, they're finally done," and they end up coming back and making a run. That team that put that hurting on them, I believe, was the Baltimore Ravens in Foxborough with Joe Flacco.
And that's fine. We all remember that. We've seen it. Now, let me ask you a question, because again, Cap, you heard me say it earlier on Pete's channel. I've been called slow once or twice in my life, right? How in the hell are we comparing a 16, 17-year career to a 4-year player, and we're talking about, well, remember in 1987 when Joe Flacco did, what are we talking about?
I mean, you're the one that was comparing.
No. Again, no. Bro.
I gotta be real. I don't know how we got on.
That's all you got.
I gotta be real. I
gotta go get me a new mic, because when I say I'm talking about from a last year perspective, you talking about lifetime achievement awards. I don't give a shit what Joe Flacco did 13 years ago.
No, and this is my point, Lou. This is my point, Lou. Your 2 and near is zip up, dog, because your 2 and near is showing.
No.
Your 2 and near showing because the take and hold on, the fact that we're judging year 4 Tua and year 5,000 Flacco in any case for thinking about last year because of the implications of what kind of quarterbacks they're going to be next year. Joe Flacco, yes, probably is going to be at the golf course come the end of next year.
Oh, right. All you're
While
saying is
Tua, well, let's be real, he's at the golf course too, but it's not the end of his career. He's hitting one guy is literally on his literal career's last leg, and the other one should be on the first step of the
some guy in a wheelchair basically.
I'm not making that argument. I'm not making that argument. Let me ask you this.
Well, then what you is trying to make by judging Joe Flacco versus Tua, because you're right. The Tua, you know what, Lou? The Tuaneers are loving you right now. Go ahead.
Now, who's in their feelings?
Ain't in my feelings, dog. You're the one playing that Tua sexual thing for some weird reason. I don't know.
I'm not playing no Tua sexual. I'm just saying. Okay, you guys are telling me, and again, let's grade Joe Flacco from last year, right? Comeback player of the year. Ain't that what I heard? You got those are your words, not mine. The comeback player of the year. Oh my God, he came.
No, those aren't my words, Lou. That's what happened last year. It's not my words. That's what happened. I was repeating history. Continue.
And again, so when I hear that the Miami Dolphins and Tua specifically had a season collapse, he was playing so well.
Did I say that? Did I say that in your? Who's in their feelings now? I mentioned Joe Flacco and his achievement, and now you're in your feelings about what people say about Tua and his collapse. Go ahead, continue. Listen, let it out. Where's EM emotional at right now? That's what I want to know.
I don't know. I don't even know who that is. But the facts remain, right? The facts remain that the guy that won comeback player of the year, the guy that set the league on fire, took the league by storm, had a 4 or 5 game winning streak. They were the hottest team in the league going into the playoffs with the quarterback that 13 years ago won the Super Bowl. He beat New England on that freezing night. All that shit you guys said, went into Houston and got beat.
Dude's got grandkids. You're saying he
I don't know about that. I don't know nothing about that.
He had an equal performance with a dude that's got grandkids.
Saturday afternoon in the playoffs last year, he went to Houston and lost. That's what I know. I don't know nothing else. What you guys are trying to tell me.
Right. And Tua equally performed like a guy that's old enough to be everybody's grandfather.
Again, I don't know nothing about grandfather, grandkids. Or 14 years ago, me and Captain just found ourselves in a situation, right? I don't remember everything that happened in that conversation. I don't remember what happened 13 years ago.
I would forget some of the dumb stuff you said too, Lou. If I were you, I would definitely forget it.
It's not performed good until he got cold.
Their feelings, and it's cool.
No, I'm not in my feelings. All I couldn't believe is that now the Tuaneers are going to use, because now you're a Tuaneer. That's why I'm referring to you. Now they're looking to kill Tuanons. For whatever reason, they want to attack Joe Flacco, who has nothing to do with us.
Well,
just because
because he took our comeback player of the year award.
That's it. You're right. You know what, Tybes? Oh my God! Now we are at the root of the problem. That's what it is.
Yes.
If Joe Flacco didn't do it, Tua was a shoo-in. Well, or the other guy from Buffalo. But either way, Tua was up there, and Joe Flacco won it, and Tua could have.
I mean, hello, good evening, gentlemen.
Miss Finns, help me out here. I know what you got.
Listen. When it comes to the comeback player of the year, I don't know why Joe Flacco's coming back from the couch. He should have never won that, period. It was 100% Tua's. 100% Tua, who actually came back from multiple injuries, concussions.
Miss Finns, you disappoint me.
Hold on, I'm not done. I'm not done. Hold on.
No,
so that should have been
remember
Tua.
Joe Flacco.
However, can we start comparing Tua to backups? Are we going backup for backup, or are we going to start comparing this man to starters? Because last time I checked, look at what CJ Stroud did. Look at what CJ Stroud in his 1 year. If we want to go with 1 year versus 1 year, last time I checked, he won his division, won a playoff game, destroyed the team he played against. Like, is that what we're going to do? Or are we going to keep comparing backups to backups? Because then you can continue your point. You can continue your point, Lewis.
I just want to know, hey, Ms. Finns, I think you're spot on. You make great points. Can you tell everybody, for the people in the back in the chat, Who's that team that they beat? That quarterback you're talking about, that C.J. Stroud kid. Who's the quarterback that he beat in that playoff game? Can you tell everybody who that is?
You're right, Joe Flacco, the same dude, which
Mr.
is why I brought it
Accomplishment,
up.
Mr.
Which is
13
why I
years
brought it up.
ago. Get the fuck out of here. Ain't nobody
Which is
trying
why
to
I
hear
brought
that
it
dumb
up.
shit.
But Louis, why do we keep comparing Tua to backups? Are we going backup for backup, or are we going to start comparing him to starters like a C.J. Stroud?
Well, again, all I know, right? This is the C.J. Stroud and the Houston Texan conversation, right? I'm going to hold everybody's feet to the fire because everybody that's telling me they're the new, young, up-and-coming dynasty, right? Every person that has said that, I'm taking receipts and I'm holding y'all's feet to the fire. Because you know what I heard last year? Coming 2 years ago, when the Jacksonville Jaguars, with a young up-and-coming quarterback, with a great head coach, with a roster that was loaded, won the division and won a playoff game. You know what happened to that team the following year? They had a major collapse with the same head coach, with the same young quarterback, and missed
injuries.
Where?
Injuries. If you're gonna give Tua that luxury of injuries, how we didn't even make it at the end of the season, then you better get the same thing for the Jacksonville Jaguars. Because we all know Trevor Lawrence was injured the last 6 weeks. Come on, please.
Who brought up Tua? You brought up Tua. I didn't bring up Tua.
Have you guys not been talking about Tua this entire time?
That was you that said that.
Have you guys literally
We don't
not
know what happened,
bringing
Miss
up?
Fins.
Yeah, Miss Fins. This is what Lou looks like. Lou usually makes sense with everything he says, but this is what Lou looks like when he's losing an argument. He's like, we're not even talking Tua. Now we're not talking Tua. He hasn't been trying to judge Tua versus Joe Flacco the whole time.
Did Miss Fins
he went on this trip to Cancun, Miss Fins, and something happened. He ain't been the same since. I'm just saying.
That ain't no lie.
No. First of all,
he drank the water. Lou, don't drink the water.
Y'all can sit here. You can sit here and troll all you want. When I brought up the example, I used two teams. I used the Houston Texans and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Miss Finn said, well, Lou, you got to bring up Tua. I didn't say nothing about the Dolphins. Don't say that I said anything about the Dolphins. That's what Miss Finn said. And again, let's use her fucking point. How many people in this goddamn panel and chat are saying that the Miami Dolphins, we don't give them no goddamn excuses for no injuries? I know there's people on the panel, but it's real quiet up here now. No one wants to talk now. I know there's people in the chat with those Twitter
really
fingers.
Ever chimed in on that, but
they're not
I generally
typing
don't
right
give
now.
excuses
But the fact is, Miss Fins, as soon as I bring up Jacksonville, the first thing she reached for was injuries.
Yeah, but Lewis, you got to be fair, bro.
I mean, if
hold
we're gonna
on, Miss Fins, let me say something real quick. You got to be a little fair, though, Lewis. I don't even bring up injuries, but people are being unrealistic about Trevor Lawrence, bro. Let's be real, bro. And I'll tell you why. Because when he went down to injury, I knew that it was severe enough. And you can even go back when it happened. I thought he was going to be done for the year. And as such, I said,
exactly,
the Jacksonville Jaguars are out of the playoff race. So I don't care what the percentages show for them, right? You probably remember me saying that when I was talking about probabilities for everybody.
We talked
right?
about it on League Wide Wednesday,
right,
Color.
Right.
We talked about it on League Wide Wednesday.
Right. And with that, though, he ended up playing through it, which I thought, hey, good for him. But I still maintain that they were going to not contend because if he plays through an injury, he ain't good enough to be playing hurting and actually
Listen, don't let Lou get off the subject right now, Miss Fins and Color. He's trying to trash. He's trying to trash Joe Flacco. He's trying to trash Joe Flacco.
Let me land. While I never give excuse for injuries, it was apparent when people now talk about, oh, Trevor Lawrence is in the garbage now, and he's got this platitude about him now about collapsing and being a terrible quarterback or whatever. No, I'm going to point out the same thing I pointed out when I predicted that they would not contend for a playoff spot last year.
Yeah, but Color.
And are we gonna forget? He lost Christian Kirk too.
No, guys,
people
do
forget
not
that?
drag the Jaguars in here. That's exactly what Lou wants. We got him up against his neck right now. He's dying. He's dying right now. He's switching. Now you guys are talking about the Jaguars, and that's what Lou wants.
I'm
I need my
thriving.
apron.
Can I jump in real
I'm pretty
quick?
sure I
Hey,
cooked Lewis.
Before you go, because here's what we'll do, Miss Finns, then Tony. But I'm just going to give you the stats. We're not going to talk about injuries. We're not going to talk about injuries. We're not even going to talk about Flacco's rookie year versus Tua's rookie year. How about we just talk about Flacco's first playoff game versus Tua's first playoff game? Because that was that's an equal stat, right? Even though Flacco did it as a rookie in his rookie year.
5 years ago, Cap.
Color doesn't matter. I'm trying to make it equal because right now Lou wants to judge Joe Flacco versus Tua in the most unequal circumstances ever created.
Yeah, because they certainly hold on. They certainly like to compare Tua's first season to Peyton Manning's first season.
Yeah, if you want to pick
500 years ago.
If you want to pick Flacco in any season up against.
Sitting up here really think y'all
Can I jump in?
Go ahead, Tony. Go ahead, Tony.
My phone about to die, so I need to do this real quick. I'm listening. And Lewis, you let these clowns switch the whole subject. They just switched the whole thing from what the original statement was. They bought out Joe Flacco, went to the Indianapolis Colts. And Lewis said he heard they had good golf courses out there because he ain't doing nothing out there. Y'all proceeded to try to compare him to Tua. So if you want to compare him to Tua,
wait a minute, Tony.
That is not what. First of all,
don't cut me off.
First of all, Tony. First of all, Tony. Don't come in here lying on all of us.
No.
Don't come in here lying on us, dog.
That's what y'all do. Oh, if you caught it, y'all go back. Y'all don't move that goalpost so fast. Y'all move that goalpost so quick and fast.
Sorry, but
now if you want to say the truth is, Joe Flacco going over there to play goddamn golf, and Tua gonna stay here and play ball.
And all that was
that's
said
the point. Y'all need to bring up his old stats for he could compare to Tua now.
Section, bro.
Tony, your phone that died. You need to go back and watch what you didn't miss.
No.
You missed it.
Lewis is right there. Lewis is right there.
Killing them.
That's exactly what he said.
First of all, Tony's looking at a mirror calling everybody here. First of all.
Because
all right, one at a time. Land, Tony, and then I'm going to let Miss Finn's body the hell out of you. Go ahead, Tony.
All right.
Skip the whole part, man.
Oh, goddamn. Color, can I land? Because y'all have no way to compare Tua the way he's playing now and Joe Flacco with his little couple of games. Don't forget how many interceptions he threw in those games that they was winning because that number one defense. Let's not forget about all that.
I can't believe how sensitive Tony is about Joe Flacco. You sounded like a goddamn two-in-ear too, Tony. Holy shit. I can't even believe it. Two-in-ear Tony is in the building.
Hey, can we at least stick to the facts?
Can I please have your time?
Because he simply said,
two-in-ear Tony in the building. Go ahead.
And he ain't doing nothing over there. And Cap wanted him to put some respect on his name. He did. He respected him that he was going to go over there and play some golf because he did all he could in his prime.
You know what? All y'all want to disrespect somebody because you're two-in-ears. That's it. Y'all are two-in-ears. And now the plural of the two-and-on are the not two-and-ees. They are the two-and-ears.
Somebody give
you left out the whole part that proves that Lewis is the one that brought up
two-and-ears are people who will leave the Dolphins.
The whole part that proves Lewis brought up.
That might be it.
To a backup. Okay.
2 and 9 are people who love the Dolphins and like.
You left out the whole section that proves that Lewis is the one that brought up Tua. Because right after he made a comment about golf, all that was said after that was put some respect on Joe Flacco's name. That's all that was said. Lewis started up the tirade about comparing to Tua, bro.
And again, I was coming.
He said he lost the playoff game in a wild card.
You know what?
That's what he said.
That's not Cook shit.
He said he lost in a wild card.
Fuck this. I'm pulling up the motherfucking tape.
Pull it up. Pull it up, goddammit.
Fucking pulling up the tape. Let me
Well,
find. I gotta
wasn't here for
find it
all
first.
that.
Go ahead,
You know
Miss
what?
Fins.
I'm not surprised, Miss Fins. Real quick, you can have the floor, sweetheart. I just need to
Mhm.
say this. This usually happens, and I know he left the panel, but usually when me and Tony get together, we start killing people out here. We start cooking folk,
Yeah,
and
because you just
again,
leave out half of what happened.
me and
Yeah, because
Tony,
Tony's
it
willing to
usually happens
co-sign
like
your
that.
bullshit with a lie. That's why I didn't know
I don't
Tony
know.
was a liar like that.
I don't
Is
know
that what's
nothing
been
about
going
that,
on in
Cap.
these X spaces when I ain't around? You boys lying on
Hey,
motherfuckers.
Cap, I don't know nothing about that. All I know, me and Tony, right, deserve goddamn aprons tonight. That's all I know. Goddamn it.
Right.
Go ahead, Miss Fins.
Listen, gentlemen, I wasn't here for the first. I was getting my nails done, so I was not able to come here at the beginning.
You
But
right, Miss Fins. There's light work. You can get your nails done and body these fools. Continue. I'm sorry.
ex- exactly. But my thing is, when I came in, the comparison was Tua's fourth year, or I guess 1 year, to quote Lewis. We got to compare this last year to Joe Flacco and how Tua was way better. Okay, cool. When I came in and I said, why do we keep comparing Tua to backup quarterbacks? Because every single time Tua comes up, I'm not hearing him being compared to other starting quarterbacks. It's always backup quarterbacks.
Even
I got.
his
Why
own
I
is
got the
backup.
that?
tape. We're gonna find
Even
out.
his own
Listen.
backup.
Listen.
Even his own
We want to
backup
see
is
Tua
this.
compared to all the rest of the quarterbacks. Look at the NFL passing yards leaders.
Well, Ty Bliss and
Oh,
Ty
I'm
Bliss.
sorry.
What?
Did that NFL passing, did that get us anywhere?
Yeah,
Last time I checked,
the
Well, hold
NFL
up.
that
Let's
passing
didn't
not.
do
yards
jack.
leaders. Yeah, look at who had the number one offense. I mean, that's all.
I mean, listen.
Oh,
If we're
Those stats
if
matter
the
when it comes to
question
score, right?
if the
When
question
it
in a
comes to score, those stats
nutshell
used to matter.
if the question in a nutshell is who was better last year, Tua or Flacco, who's going to be better next year, Tua or Flacco? Anyone on God's green earth would say Tua. That isn't stupid.
Is this a Cap before you
Because
play this
Tua's going to
video, Cap?
start.
A Cap before you play this video. I just want to know, just so we're on the level playing field. Is we pulling receipts? Is that what we're doing?
Yep,
Are we
this
doing,
is a receipt being
okay,
pulled.
all right,
First of all,
bet.
listen. This is a
I just
receipt.
wanted to know. Bet.
I'm getting a bigger face on this. Hold on, give me a sec.
You got to rewind it too to show that all.
No,
these
listen.
things
It
they
comes
did was-
color. It's right at the point where Ty Bless puts in chat Joe Flacco, and that starts the conversation. So we're gonna find out. And listen, if I got to take the L on how this started down Tua, then we'll hear that then. Okay. But again,
Okay,
but
Cap,
again,
y'all were playing, Cap. Okay, Cap.
okay, but again, if it's because Lou is being a Tua sexual,
Yeah.
I can't help that. I can't help that he's over here caping like a Tua sexual.
This is,
Hey,
by the way,
I'm proud of him. This is pure gold right here, guys.
All right, here we go. Here we go. We're going.
Wow,
All
he's
right,
going
Cap.
down, but he's
All
really
right, Cap,
He's really
I see you.
rewinding the tape. This is
Okay,
crazy.
This is it. Even with the contract being in the 50 mil range, but with the price of inflation and how the cap's going to go up, what these quarterbacks are getting paid, it's only going to continue. So I understand.
Demand a restructure if he ended up balling out like that.
Would he? I don't know, but I do know this. A lot of
You sound
very few quarterbacks. Quarterbacks mainly.
I guess it'd be worth it at that point. So what am I worried
Hey,
about?
by the way,
So-
Joe Flacco signed 1 year deal with the Colts. Thank you, Ty.
Oh, did he? Yeah, that makes. All right, see right there. Joe Flacco's in the building in the conversation. Makes sense. They lost Minshew, so and that quarterback they're gonna want to get him out there. But
I
again,
heard there's some good golf courses in Indianapolis. That's what I heard.
okay.
That means
Oh shit! Fucking shots fired by Lou immediately.
Right, and that's at which point Tony said the next.
Hold on.
word,
Okay,
what
wait.
shots?
Let the. What do you mean? That's a shot. Oh yeah.
Feeling.
How in the
Losing
fuck
their
ain't that
feeling.
okay? Hold on. Shots fired by Lou already. Shots fired by Lou already. I've rewinded just a bit. Let's hear it again.
Uh-oh. Yeah, play it again. The Flacco sexual out here.
Oh, I'm a Flacco sexual. Oh, all right, okay. We like to be called flackies, okay? So,
Oh, the
and that
Flackies.
quarterback, they're gonna want to, get him out there. But
I
again,
heard there's some good golf courses in Indianapolis. That's what I heard.
okay.
That man's
Is-
going over there to retire.
Is he? I don't know.
That man ain't going. Hey, can we stop? What Joe Flacco's going over there and doing what? Exactly.
Listen, all I know is I was saying that about Joe Flacco last offseason, and Buddy balled the hell out.
Respect on his name, right?
Yeah, put some respect on that man's name, dog. Don't act like he can go out there and win football games and play really good. Don't say that.
Well, can you stop the video real quick,
that's
Cap?
the part where that's the part where Tony
Hold on a
we started comparing it to it.
Okay, now hold on real quick. Just for the record, though, right? Let's rewind that video, Cap. Because there was something that I just
hold on real quick though. Listen, somebody gave a donation, so we got to make sure.
S. Harris, I know. I was saying, but guess what? S. Harris, he won that game and another one in his rookie year of the playoffs. I digress.
Hey, can I just?
He went to 3 playoff games and won 2 of them in his rookie year. So if we're gonna measure success, I don't give a damn. Go ahead.
Hey, Cap, real quick. Now, when you play this back, I want you to rewind a little bit.
Okay.
For the record, I just heard you say before you said put some respect on his name, you said what I thought about Joe Flacco last season. That's what you said. So when I brought up Tua, right, we were...
whoa. You're about to bring up Tua? I thought it was me that brought up Tua.
You just admitted to bringing up Tua.
No more tape needed. Apparently, we've caught him in a lie. And you know what? Tony ain't here to save you with his lies. That's what I know.
Well, all I'm trying to do is finish, right? Because when I did bring up, again, you
let him hang himself, Color.
Ain't nobody hanging shit. What the argument was when Cap said what I thought of Joe Flacco last year. So when I said, all right, y'all don't give a fuck who don't like it. When I brought up last year with Tua, you, Color, Miss Spins, and everybody else started talking about...
No. See, you're projecting the rest of the video. Let the evidence speak for itself, Lou. You're putting context on what happened when we can literally... Go to the tape.
And let's remind the audience that the question at hand is,
did you say last year?
Which
yes or no?
group brought up Tua?
Listen, first of all, hold on. No. This.
About last year.
Listen.
Again,
no. If you hear, I'm gonna rewind the tape. The point I was making about last year.
About last year, right? Okay, cool. That's all I needed.
Yes, I said last year on that video. You're right, Lou. I said the words last and year. So because I said that doesn't mean you're right about the entirety of this conversation and argument. Because the only reason the tape is up is because you brought up Tua, and the reason I brought up Tua is because I said the words last and year. No, my point, and we're going to rewind the tape, was that I would have said the same thing you're saying about Flacco last year. But, and then I used the example, look at what Flacco did. Don't count the man out. Respect him. Then you get in your Tua sexual feelings and start insulting him. No Color. No more context needed. No more context needed. We will go to the tape.
At that one point, there was not even a thought about Tua.
No one even was talking Tua, thinking of Tua. We were talking Flacco and how he needs to be respected. Let's go back to the tape.
Hey, you know what? You're right. I know we weren't talking about Tua because according to everybody on this goddamn panel, every other quarterback besides Tua is the greatest shit.
See, now you're changing the fucking argument. Look at what he's got to do now. Look at, you know what? I've won. You're right, Lou. Lou, you're dead. This is zombie Lou fighting back right now. This guy is completely cooked. He's cooked so much you can't eat it. You got to throw it in the trash. It is unedible cooking. Shit don't eat. Listen, usually when I cook somebody, I get to eat it and that shit tastes good. This is straight burnt to a crisp. I left this on the grill too long. Fuck.
That's a motherfucking lie. And let me ask you a question, Kat. And let me ask you a question.
Change the argument one more time. Ask another question and change the argument. Go ahead, Lou.
Hey, I just want to know, when you do all your cooking, Kat, right? When you burn the barbecue, to use your words, what are you cooking?
I only burned this barbecue. Sorry, continue.
Again, what are you cooking in?
What am I cooking in?
A goddamn apron that I gave you. A goddamn apron that I gave you. That's right, Mud. That's right, goddamn it.
And that's what makes this, you know what, Lou? That's what makes this all the sadder, that I had to burn you to a crisp wearing your catchphrase. That's the saddest part about it, bro. That's the sickest, most sad. You know what it is? It's almost like self-cannibalism, but it's unedible at this point.
I think you both got aprons on because you throwing food at each other now.
Yeah.
All right, listen. Let's get to the tape because the tape. Lou saying I mentioned the past because I was trying to insinuate something about Tua because he was in his Tua sexual feels. But all right, let's go back a little. Hold on, I'm gonna rewind it a little more.
Go ahead, Flack.
All right, everybody on mute. Range, but with the price of inflation and how the cap's going to go up, what these quarterbacks are getting paid, it's only going to continue.
Well,
so I
would
understand.
He demand a restructure if he ended up balling out like that?
Would he? I don't know, but I do know this: very few quarterbacks. Yeah. Quarterbacks mainly.
I guess it'd be worth it at that point. So what am I worried about?
By the way, Joe Flacco signed 1-year deal with the Colts. Thank you, Ty.
Oh, did he? Yeah, that makes sense. They lost Minshew, so. And that quarterback, they're gonna want to, get him out there. But again,
I heard there's some good golf courses in Indianapolis.
First shot fired.
That's what I heard. And look at the feelings that follow it.
I'm just. You know what?
Hey, who got in their feelings?
I did not get my feelings. I'm just trying to narrate the video. Lou, I wish you were pulling up the video. I'm just trying to narrate the bullet points in the video.
Don't worry. Your receipts are coming, Cap. Don't worry.
Okay.
Don't worry.
Okay.
That man's going over there to retire.
Is he? I don't know.
Absolutely. That man ain't going. Hey, can we stop? What Joe Flacco's going over there and doing what? Exactly.
Listen, all I know is I was saying that about Joe Flacco last offseason, and Buddy balled the hell out.
Respect on his name, right?
Yeah, put some respect on that man's name, dog. Don't act like he didn't go out there and win football games and play really good. Don't say that.
Well. All I know.
Man won a Super Bowl, Lou. Put some respect on his damn name.
Cap knew what you were insinuating. That's why he went the track he went.
I don't need you to defend Cap Color.
Yeah, Color. No need.
No, I'm defending truth. I ain't defending no.
Don't worry, Color. The truth is hanging Lou right now. We are literally exhuming the dead, crisped corpse of Lou to hang him once more. Okay.
This is some nasty work, Cap. I ain't gonna lie to you. This is some nasty work.
Listen, Lou, and you know what's great about it? Probably a very few people can take a cooking like this or a battle like this and not get in their feels. Just so you guys know, and I'm going to put our faces on this real quick. Just so you know, you fuck around and find out with these motherfuckers right here. Because if we're all coming at you with some shit like this, you're in deep fucking trouble. Don't play the game with us. Don't play the game with us.
And we use the scientific.
This is some nasty work.
Nastiest work on the internet right now, motherfuckers.
This is some nasty work, Cap.
All right, let's get back to the tape because we got a kicking dead corpse over here. Let's go. All right, let's get to it. Is he? I don't know.
That man ain't going. Hey, can we stop? What Joe Flacco's going over there and doing what? Exactly.
Listen, all I know is I was saying that about Joe Flacco last offseason, and Buddy balled the hell out.
Respect on his name, right?
Yeah, put some respect on that man's name, dog. Don't act like he didn't go out there and win football games and play really good. Don't say that.
Well. All I know.
Man won a Super Bowl, Lou. Put some respect on his damn name.
Well. Again, I didn't know we were talking about Joe Flacco from 13 years ago.
I just seen him last season come in on a fucking on the short list. The whole team got decimated, and Buddy comes in there and wins some football games.
And he got comeback player of the year. Congratulations.
That's right.
All I know is I like to keep the same energy everywhere I go.
You know what, Lou? It sounds like you getting real sensitive about quarterbacks. So that, all this Tua love you got.
That's the third shot right there from.
God damn it!
Third shot.
Damn it!
He was right. No. He had heard enough by then, and he was making an accusation. That's right.
But again,
damn it!
Before Tua's name was mentioned, Cap said twice already.
No, I said once. It was once. Go back to the tape.
You just said it. You just said it again. I was talking about last season. That's what you said, Cap. You said it for a second time.
Listen,
Tua's name was mentioned.
Bro.
You said last season.
You out,
then when I brought up, hold on. When I brought up my point, that's when you, Color, and Miss Finn started talking about 1967. I don't give a damn about 1967. You said twice out your mouth And again, the tape shows your mouth, your words, not mine. You said last year. That's what you said, but continue. This is great. You know what? I didn't even have to go get the receipts. You got them for me, Cap. Thank you very much. God damn it.
Nah,
Shake,
he started
Shake, you know what to do,
cross-examining
Shake.
you because it was obvious
Yes, sir.
what was
You know
causing
what
you
to
to
do,
think the
Shake.
way you were.
Yeah,
Blow it
no,
up,
it was again. If you recall, when I started this tape, this receipt taking, I said, you know, we're not gonna. Lou getting in his Tua sexual feels is what provoked this fight. So let's continue.
I got a better one right there.
We
Mac
also
Twelve.
just brought in the big guns. Crypto is here now.
Yeah, Crypto.
Exactly what happened.
Yeah,
Another
Crypto.
goddamn fool. That's what that is.
Crypto. Lou was absolutely not only leading the witness, lambasting, and gaslighting. You could every one you want to throw in there. Lou was playing every angle of that.
All I know from the tape that has just been played, I haven't heard Tua's name once, but I heard last season twice. That's all I know. That's all I know.
Well, all right. Well, here, let's play the tape. And won a Super Bowl, Lou. Put some respect on his damn name.
Well, again, I didn't know we were talking about Joe Flacco from 13 years ago.
I just seen him last season come in on a fucking hot on the short list. The whole team got decimated, and Buddy comes in there and wins some football games.
Didn't he get comeback player of the year too?
And he got comeback player of the year. Congratulations.
That's
Shake.
right.
All I know is I like to keep the same energy everywhere I go.
You know what, Lou? It sounds like right there. It was the keeping the same energy everywhere I go. Now you're right, Lou. Hold on a second. I'm gonna give you your flowers. You were right. The first name drop of Tua was by me. But let's not act like you weren't talking about Tua, because you confirm it right after this part. You get real sensitive about quarterbacks. So now, all this Tua love you got going on, you're getting extra sensitive on these quarterbacks now. Ain't nobody saying Joe Flacco is the answer to their franchise.
I didn't say he was the answer. I'm just going by what words are said, right? I just heard two people on the panel say, put some respect on his name. Okay,
damn right.
Cool. I ain't got no problem.
Win a Super Bowl, you get respect.
And by the way, my man, listen, you ain't gonna find nobody that goes hard in the paint for Tua than this man right here, Ty Bless.
Well, you know who goes hard in the paint for Joe Flacco? I'll get Tonk up here right now. Nobody goes harder in the paint for Joe Flacco than Tonk.
Stop it, Cap, right there.
And that's fine.
What Shake was saying right there was it wasn't about Tua. Otherwise, Ty Bless would not have been involved with.
I asked the court to enter into the next piece of Exhibit A by color.
Yeah. You can enter whatever the fuck y'all want to enter. The fact remains that the tape, Capitan, El Capitan, our great fearless leader. I got nothing but love and admiration, respect, and every other word for that man. He said last year twice and brought up Tua's name first. That's all I know. I ain't got nothing else to say. Play the tape. I love this tape, actually.
You know what, Luke? Look, I will say this. Everybody, on the tape aspect. Look at Lou lying on you in real time. That's what he's doing. Lou is lying on you in real time right now. So now Lou's main contention, he switched up his entire defense plan. It went from not doing that to him not really meaning he was talking about Tua.
Did you in color not say that Lewis said Tua's name first? Is that not what was said? I just want to know.
Oh no, listen. 1,000,000%. I will fully admit I brought Tua into this conversation by name, but you drug his entire credibility and everything he is to shit on one man for last year because you were in your feels. You were in your feels about Tua, and I didn't know you loved him like that. That's pretty cute. I'm happy for you, dog.
Again, we can try to play the internet game, right? You're on your EM shit right now, right?
I think we were correct in presuming that your unwillingness to roll with us on giving respect to Flacco was because you
Color. There's no assumption needed. Color. There was no assumption needed. Color. The whole room knew. All of chat knew. The people who aren't here and watch this and rewind will know.
That's why I called it a pre.
Let Lou go. Let Lou go. Go ahead, Lou.
I just want to know when this thing first started, and you say you were going to bring out the tape for receipts, right? I thought the argument was because I heard Color, and you both say that I brought up Tua's name first. That the tape now shows you that that was a false.
No. That was not the argument. The argument was who you brought Tua. No. The argument was that you wanted to bring Tua into the conversation about Flacco to discredit Flacco as the player he is. That's wrong. You were in your feels. It wasn't just about names.
That wasn't the argument. Look who's backtracking now.
We're in Inception now, man. We got to bring up that.
Color, you're not helping my fucking defense by giving him ammo. Don't talk. I'm sorry, Color, but let me win this shit because I got this bitch up on this motherfucker right now. God damn it.
All right, you got it, man.
First of all, Color just said.
Color isn't a part of the argument anymore. You lost.
No.
Don't use colors. Nothing.
Again, he just said the presumption, right? Oh,
See, this is what Lou does. He takes one word and writes a whole narrative off of a word.
Again, God damn it, didn't y'all bring up? I thought we were going by the tape, not by presumption.
It wasn't about it. It wasn't even.
Tape for receipts and facts.
Exactly, and as the tape reveals, there is no assumption or presumption there.
No, stop. I don't want to hear none of that. The tape showed that you brought up last year, which I was talking about last year. You said that twice, not once, twice, and you brought up Tua's name first. I'm absolved of everything, but now the argument has changed from actual tape and receipts to presumption. I got it. I get it. Okay.
All right. So at the moment you said that I keep the same energy around these streets, what were you referring to?
Again, I was referring to Tua, but the word.
Color with the dunk. Color with the dunk. You thought I took Color out of this conversation? No, Color was just cooking up a fucking deadly rocket for your ass.
First of all, again, I'm not hiding nothing because what was said before the tape got played, goddammit, was Lewis said Tua's name first, which is a bold-faced lie. That's the tape that showed Capitan saying that. So
we're going to have to go to the tape that was right before this argument to find out what it was really about.
I know. You go find that tape, goddammit.
Now we got to bring up the new tape, whether we were saying his name
Hey, I just want to point out that if we do go to the tape before this tape going to argument started, that is, I don't know anybody or any show of ever on radio or nothing that has pulled off a fucking bit like this. I'm just saying, where we started one argument and then rewound to that argument again and again, like a spiral effect. Howard Stern hasn't done it, and none of the greats have pulled off something like this. And I'll tell you what, we very well may go to the tape of the argument because now Lou is conceding loss to the conversation of the original argument and changing the fucking terms.
No, I know.
Actually,
the fucking terms.
Howard Stern has done it, but not the same day.
I am good. I'm chilling. We can next topic. Goddammit. Next
I didn't even know you could do that shit.
Sal in chat goes, Lewis is convicted. Take him away.
Yeah, no, I know. Your sister will be coming with me though.
Oh,
remember that, Sal?
God damn! Whoa.
She'll be coming to visit me doing conjugal visits. Is that what it's called?
Yeah, conjugal visits. Yeah, conjugal visits. Lou, don't worry, you're still my dog. I'm gonna put some money on your card, bro. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make sure. I'm gonna put some money on your your commissary, dog. I got you.
Well. Again, listen. I don't know why I'm going away for, but hey, listen. I
don't know why I'm going away for.
I don't know. Receipts were drawn. Hey, Cap, you know what? Can we find the receipt of why the receipts were coming out in the first place? Can we find that receipt?
Well, let's finish this kill real quick. You know what, Lou? It sounds like you getting real sensitive about quarterbacks. So now, all this Tua love you got going on, you get. See, okay, I did say Tua's name, but this isn't the first Tua. Before we were talking about Joe Flacco and stuff. Yeah, so you want to erase all of history, and that's just like your Tua Joe Flacco argument that started this whole fucking rewind process that we're gonna get to later because you've been doing it. You've been doing it again and again and again. You've been doing it again and again and again.
I don't know nothing about that. Hey, Tony, did you hear who brought up Tua first? Tony, did you hear that?
Tony's dead, dog. I killed him a long time ago, bro. Tony's fucking dead, dog.
I said, he left out the whole part about
Tony. You know what Tony is? Tony's like, shit. I just came up in here and lied on for Lou, and I got caught right away, and now I'm dead. That's what Tony. That's what happened to Tony.
That's a goddamn lie. That's a goddamn lie. We know that.
Nope. Tape.
We know who got their skates on, but it's all right. It's all good.
I can't even rollerblade, dog. You're extra sensitive on these quarterbacks now. Ain't nobody saying Joe Flacco is the answer to their franchise.
See how I put you got here, bro.
You see what I did? I said ain't nobody's nothing. Ain't nobody worried about Flacco, bro. Nobody's preaching. All we didn't want you to do was disrespect Flacco in the name of Tua.
And what was I saying that said anything different? I'm not worried about Joe
Okay,
Flacco.
well then let's see what. Hold on, Color, because he's gonna admit all of what his points are here directly. We haven't even gotten that far in the tape. We've only watched about a whole minute.
I'm admitting because I ain't got no reason to lie. You and Color have already changed your story 4 times.
Negative, bro. Negative, dude. Negative.
What are you talking about? I didn't say he was the answer. I'm just going by what words are said, right? I just heard 2 people on the panel say, put some respect on his name. Okay,
damn right.
Cool. I ain't got no problem.
Win a Super Bowl, you get respect.
And by the way, my man, listen, you ain't gonna find nobody that goes hard in the paint for Tua than this man right here, Todd Bless.
Well, you know who goes hard in the paint for Joe Flacco? I'll get Tonk up here right now. Nobody goes harder in the paint for Joe Flacco than Tonk.
Well, and that's fine. Listen,
my boy Tonk, get it.
Hey, Joe Flacco, if we're talking about the Super Bowl winning Joe Flacco from 10 years ago, cool, right? But I'm talking about last year's Joe Flacco. That's the one we said. I'm talking about the same thing Cap was talking about last year. All I know, that man, then that
right,
man,
and the Lewis I know would have agreed with us to put respect on his name, and the conversation would have been done.
All I did in the beginning of this conversation was that Lou, I would agree with your take on Flacco today, last year, but respect the man because he's not the Joe Flacco of Jets. He's the Joe Flacco that went to the playoffs and had some good games late in his career. And remember, he was never on their roster. They called him up because all their quarterbacks went down. They brought him in, and he ended up playing some games. Am I saying that he had a better showing in the playoffs than Tua? Am I saying he's the answer? No, but that's your beef, is that Joe Flacco last year was no better than Tua. I can disrespect him, and I was saying that's not right.
No. See right here, that's a presumption. Because before, right, and we brought out receipts, I couldn't even finish out what my original statement was.
Oh, no, you get to it. It's going to show here. The original statement's coming.
Right, I was going by next year. See, what you just said, Cap.
No.
I'm talking about just in the playoff performance.
No, because if you're going to rank this man on playoff performances, he's had a lot and great, and he's won a Super Bowl.
Right there. I'm not just talking about playoff performances. What the conversation was Joe Flacco, when he got his opportunity last year, came in and was playing very well, right? That's not what was said, right? Oh, when he got to Cleveland, no expectations on him. He was playing well. That's what the conversation started. And I just think to keep the same energy now, right? Wasn't Tua playing well during the season?
Sure, yeah. It was Tua's best season. Not playing well. It was Tua's best. How about that? It was his best season. That's right. You're talking Tua. Go ahead.
So again, bro, I said, you know, never mind. I ain't doing this shit with y'all.
Now you don't want to do it no more.
No. Because again, I don't want people getting in their feelings. You know how this shit.
You're in the feelings. You just about quit the whole argument in your feelings.
Did Color not just say now again that Lewis, you were talking about Tua? Who fucking brought up Tua first? God damn it!
You.
We were saying who started the debate about Tua.
The film says
it don't matter who said his name first.
The film says otherwise.
Man, all I know is Lou is in his feels bad, dog. I'm sorry. You want me to stop, Lou? I'll stop, dog.
No. You know what?
We don't have to play no more tape, dog. I'll stop.
Again, you know what? If we're going to talk about feelings, let's keep it real. Let's keep it all the way
Okay.
live and 100. You know who really got in their feelings? When I made the comment of Joe Flacco playing golf. Because that's when you started, Cat.
No. All I did was point out that you were in your feelings and you remain in your feelings right now.
Because I said Joe Flacco, I heard there was golf clubs in Indianapolis. You started with your flacky. That's what you started with. You started with your flacky. So if we're going to talk about feelings, let's get real. Who got in their feelings first? You did.
You've been in your feelings.
Yeah, okay.
Alls I wanted you to do, alls I did was say, I hear you on your take about Joe Flacco, and maybe, yeah, he's probably, I even agree with you. Yeah, he's probably going up there for his retirement golden age years, but let's not count the man out and put some respect on his name. Comeback player of the year, and that got you even more enraged in your feelings for Tua. That's what happened.
You know what? You know what? I thought, right? And excuse me, I thought this was the Finn's tailgate. I didn't know this was one of those inside leverage spaces where we had to fluff and agree. I'm sorry. I Cap, the color, and everybody else.
No one said we had to agree.
That's what you said. You wanted me to agree.
Nope.
I didn't know we had to play fluff
nope.
over here.
See, now you're changing the argument again, Lewis.
Hey, this is some funny shit right here, boy.
Fucking right, dude. If you guys can't get it, then I don't know how to help you. Let's see the tape.
So are you ready to talk about the next subject?
Yeah, probably. I think I fully bodied Lou. It's over. You're right. All right, next subject. That was fucking fun. Look, Crypto's here just in time for the next subject.
My sides hurt. Crypto.
Nah,
I will say this:
stuff I need to take care of.
Lou is winning the poll in chat right now, which is pissing me off.
Sounds like we got a rigged poll.
And you know, yeah, I know it's rigged. And let me get on another one because I already killed Color and Cat for the night. I'm already done with them. Let me move on to Miss Fins. Miss Fins, don't think I forgot about you, sweetheart, because you brought up. Oh, well, look at Lewis. He's comparing Tua to a backup quarterback. You're absolutely right. But I didn't hear you pipe up, Miss Fins, when I brought up Tua compared to Trevor Lawrence. What is Trevor Lawrence, Miss Fins? Is he a starter? Because all I know, when I was making the comparison for 2 years ago to last year, that starting quarterback in Trevor Lawrence had a major collapse and his team missed the playoffs. I just need to know, is Trevor Lawrence a starting quarterback? Because I also compared Tua to a starter. You body people in this goddamn community. Let me put a face on it real quick so everybody can see.
Hey, Cap, does Lewis know what the poll says?
Well, I can only go by what Cap told me. The poll said I was winning. That's what Cap said.
It says you're winning, all right.
Yeah, it does. I just told him. Lou is winning the poll. It says, who won this Tua Flacco take? And right now, I fucked up.
It was either Tua or Lewis. I voted for Lewis, by the way.
Yeah, the options were Lewis or Tua.
I put Tua as the second option and not me, bro.
Yeah. Well, you were going to lose anyway. It don't matter.
No, listen. I will say that, matter. Lewis, you know what you did? You just proved my take by beating Tua for me. Thank you.
I know.
It's clear.
No.
It's clear that the majority of T.F.T.G audience would rather have Lewis as our quarterback.
Well, again, hey, I'm not here to debate that. I'm here to debate the people I'm on the panel with. And as of right now, I'm 3 for 0. I got 3 bodies right now. That's all I know. Hey, chat, real quick. Y'all want to see a dead body? Because if y'all do, ask Color, ask El Capitan, and ask Miss Fins to throw them cameras on, goddamn.
I gotta be real right now. I have no idea how Lewis is even speaking right now, as toasted up of a crisp he is.
There's a dead body right there.
Don't worry, I just fixed the poll, Lou. I just fixed the poll. We're going to find this out in a little bit. Who won the argument?
We know these people in the chat. Bro, you know what they're going to say. We know that. They hate me. You know that.
Oh, they hate you? No, Lou, they love you. They do. They love you, buddy. They love you, buddy.
A lot of them hate my ass, too.
Hey, listen, there's just as much hate and love to go for everybody around here. it's the fun part about the program. We'll let the chat decide who wins, and if I'll tell you what, Lou wins, I'll literally tip my cap to Lou and say that he's the biggest tuosexual around.
No, but
there's
one of the
some
things I
people
want to
that
bring up real quick.
hate me and hate y'all worse, or vice versa.
Would you want to? Hey, listen, real quick, something that just came across my timeline. Shout out to Dubs. Tyreek Hill reaching out to Hunter Renfrow saying, "Hey man, you want me to get you on a 3-way call with me and Mike on X?" He posted that to him.
Man,
that's gonna be, actually that was gonna be my next question. How do you guys feel about going after Hunter Renfrow?
I think that's mid.
Well, I don't know, Shake.
And by the way, because he got released,
we don't need him.
I heard somewhere that because he got released, he's not gonna go against a compensatory formula. So
free agents don't hurt your compensatory.
Cheaper than the worst guy we got.
Well, I don't know how I feel about that, Shake. Give me a minute. Let me go back to Hunter Renfrow in 2013, and I'll tell you what he did there.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
let me go back to 2013 and find out what Hunter Renfrow did.
Hey, don't fuck around. Boy was balling in high school, dog. I might cook you with them stats. Put some respect on his. 2 years ago, Hunter Renfrow was one of the best wide receivers. Put some respect on him. Rewind the fucking tape, lose disrespect.
I do not see him as better than
y'all don't think he's an upgrade from Barrios?
Let me go look at his career accomplishment.
Why is he an upgrade from Barrios? Barrios is a hurricane. You can't be an upgrade to a hurricane.
I love Barrios because he's a hurricane.
FIU player could be an upgrade.
That man is money on third down.
I know Clemson wide receiver.
Man, we thought there was an argument about the last topic. This Hunter Renfrow thing just started a bomb. Who's getting cooked next?
Before we get started on this, earlier when Pete bounced us from his server, I got cut off, and Kahari was about to cook.
Let's go get Calvin Ridley.
He was about to cook. Everybody.
Calvin Ridley got signed.
Damn it. He was about to cook everybody in this community for going right to comparing to Braxton Berrios, and I want to know why that is. I don't think Hunter Renfrow is better than any wide receiver on our squad. Why do we got to go right to Braxton Berrios? Why do we?
Because that's who he's going to be replacing.
Because that's the same. Because they're the same type of receiver. He's
a better slot receiver than Berrios.
So
they're the same type as Waddle and Tariq. We did a different type.
Is he cheaper? So is he cheaper?
Look, boys. Here's the deal, right?
Why make the move if he ain't cheaper?
Here's the deal, right? I think Braxton Berrios.
He's an upgrade.
I mean, if we added Renfrow, yes, it's an upgrade. If there's finances to do it, and we'll get into that minutia here. But here's what I'm looking at, right? It's another small body wide receiver, and I think that the organization kind of wants to have that third option be a bigger wide receiver. We did add Jonnu Smith, which maybe that can play into it, and so he can be the rotation guy with them, with Waddle and Reek. But the problem was last year. The problem was last year when they rotated Waddle and Reek out and had Berrios take that spot or whomever. It didn't trick anybody. You know what I'm saying? It kind of signaled to a run. If it was Renfrow and they could use him in targets more, now with Jonnu Smith, when you got a play where there's only Reek or only Waddle on the field, is that going to make us more dynamic? And what's that going to cost?
And my question would be, what makes Hunter Renfrow more targetable than Braxton Berrios?
Well, the body of work is easy enough to say Hunter Renfrow has been way highly more productive than Berrios.
Most of his career with the Jets, bro.
Yeah, but he spent last year with us, and it wasn't like he wowed anybody. And I'm not saying I don't want him back.
He goes down. You blow on him, he falls
crucial
down.
catch.
Sorry.
It was at the.
I'm not saying he didn't get stuff, and not that I don't like him, Color, but let's call it for what it is. Berrios' main gig. Berrios' main gig was special teams, and the Dolphins just picked up that guy Neal for the special teams job. That's the problem.
Receding hairline. That's exactly the same thing as Braxton Berrios. Go ahead.
He's not the same thing.
Bring back Chris Sherfield, please. Thank you. If you're gonna go that route, bring back Sherfield.
By the way, the Bills signed Matt Collins too. By the way.
Oh shit.
That
replaced Gabe Davis, right?
He got the braids on the fro.
Do you remember what Matt Collins did in 2017 for the Miami Dolphins?
He got the braids on the fro. That's what I want to know.
Yeah, he caught footballs just like he's done everywhere he's gone.
Yeah, yeah. I know.
He's a solid football player, man.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah,
Now
we
we
hear
can.
you. We hear you.
Oh, okay. Well, first of all, because I
No,
guess I
I'm
got a
sorry,
call,
Miss
so I
Vince.
didn't get
I'm
to.
real quick, Miss Vince. Mac Hollins is my Lewis knows Mac Hollins is my boy. He's my remember the old double photo I had, but I had
Yeah,
his,
Crash Jensen. You're comparing to Crash Jensen.
yeah, I had his head on Crash's body.
No, I just wanted to say real quick because I know we moved on, but I needed to say this. Lewis, I don't know who you thought you could because I know it wasn't me. I was talking in reference when y'all were talking about Flacco and
Right.
Tua. That's when I made my point of why do we keep comparing two backups? Okay, and then when we switched the topic, and
no,
then
before
hold
you
up, when we
right.
switched the topic, and then we brought it up to young or starting quarterbacks, and we talked about obviously CJ Stroud, which I brought up, and then you brought up Trevor Lawrence, and then I said, okay, well, what did Trevor Lawrence did?
Is
A
Trevor
lot more
Lawrence a
than what
starter?
Tua did, because at least he won a playoff game.
Is Trevor Lawrence a
Oh
starter? Yes or
shit.
no? Again,
Say that again?
Is Trevor Lawrence a starter? Yes or no, Miss Finn?
Yes.
Okay, cool. That's all I
All right,
needed.
cool. Yeah.
That's all I
But
needed.
remember, my first point was because we were talking about Joe Flacco, not because we were talking about the younger quarterbacks. So I just want to make sure there's two different
Because
points.
no, but that was the conversation that we were having up here. Now, Miss Fins, I've been on your platform, and I brought up that comparison when everybody told me about the Houston Texans, and I bring up the Jacksonville Jaguars from 2 years ago and last year. I've said that on your panel, so I know you've heard me compare
Oh,
to
absolutely.
those guys.
I was
Have you
just
not?
saying in this, of course I have, but I'm just saying in that aspect
Oh,
when we
okay.
were
All
talking
right.
at that moment, that's why I said what I said. So,
So
again,
real quick,
I want my apron.
yeah, you
No,
win,
no,
Miss
no.
Finn. We don't
But
need
what
to
you said.
we don't need to
But
exhume the body anymore. There's no more need for CSI to check for
Yeah,
DNA
no,
underneath
I
his
know you don't want no more.
fingernails
I
for
know
who
you don't want
murdered
no
him.
more.
We know who murdered him. It was us.
I know you don't want no more videos out. I know
Hey,
that for a fact. I know that for a fact.
hey, Lewis, I got a quick question. What changed when I left? Because when I left, them niggas was up here getting cooked. So when you started getting cooked,
You know what we did, Tony? We did what
What?
you didn't do, and that's run the tape back and let Lou hang himself with his own words. That's what we did.
what did the tape show?
The tape
Tony,
showed that Lou was in his feels and then continued to get more in his feels about Tua to shit on Joe Flacco.
Tony,
But who brought up Tua first though?
Oh,
He been bringing up Tua. The whole room. That's all he's got on the mind. Tony is Tua.
I could have sworn Cap brought up Tua first.
I did say Tua, but it was because he was in his Tua sexual feels. That's what it was.
That's why.
Hey, Tony, you hear him saying, right, that I got in my feelings. But Tony, who got in their feelings? Because all I said was I heard there's nice golf courses in Indianapolis. Who got in their feelings, Tony, about Joe?
No,
Flacco?
see,
Cap.
no.
That was Cap
Oh,
about
okay,
pushing
all right.
respect.
Tony, that's not the argument. It was not in the feels. Ty Bless and I, who's beneath me in the panel, were like, yo, why you gotta shit on fucking Joe Flacco? And all I did was say, I agree. He is going to play in golf courses. Didn't get in my feels. All I said was, but I don't think you can't count the man out as he proved last year. Put some respect on his name. He's won a Super Bowl. He played shitty with the Jets and came back as like a 37-year-old man and won some games and brought his team to the playoffs and won Comeback Player of the Year. He deserves some respect. That's it. And all you wanted to do was get in your feels, and that's where you got in your feels about it for Tua.
So when you say put some respect on his neck, that means don't bring out the facts. Because the fact of the matter, he's going over there to play golf.
No.
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 I mean, now if you ain't like the fact that he pointed that out, that's feelings based right there.
Someone's working with feelings.
Lewis, you're wrong for that.
Hey, Lewis.
Hey, yo, straight up, I need that audio clip of Lou saying feelings. I need that bitch on the show for stuff, dude.
Hey, Lewis, the last person that said put some respect on my name, that was Baby on 103 103.5 the beat. He was all in his feelings. So the minute you say put some respect on somebody's name, that means you automatically in your feelings.
Don't see now. Here you are in your feelings, trying to measure me up to some guy on the radio. That's where your brain goes. That's where feelings take you, Tony. Somewhere else. I wasn't in my feelings. I wasn't in my feelings.
When you say put some respect on my name, that's feelings based.
Real objective facts to this fucking conversation about Braxton.
See, y'all fucked up now.
You all color off. It is done. You all are about to get cooked on this Braxton Berrios Hunter Renfroe bullshit.
Oh no, color. Listen, I'm sorry. I don't want to put you in your feelings like I did Lou and obviously Tony. But
I'm going.
It's obvious that I put Lou so much in his feelings that it got Tony in his.
I'm going solo on this.
All right, go ahead, Lou. Or color.
Singing up here, Cap. You got me singing up here, bro.
Yep, I know.
Just with a brief.
Oh shit.
Like, look, I'm not even going deep down the list of all the different metrics, right? Because both of them, it took me forever to find them on the list anyway, because both of them were, like I said, exactly like each other. Okay. Hunter Renfroe, 25 receptions last year, 37 targets, 67.6% catch rate. Right?
It's worse than Smite.
Keep that in mind. Braxton Berrios, 33 targets, 27 receptions, 81.8% catch rate. Now, why is he cheaper? Why would we even dare think about?
So here's Color getting in his feelings about Tua is what I can see. Color's in his feelings again about Tua because let's not act like Tua isn't a great quarterback throwing on dime accurate passes to Braxton Berrios while
crash wide receiver with a receding hairline.
Who Hunter Renfroe played for?
Yeah, he was with the Raiders, and I don't even know who their quarterback was week to week. I know they had Garoppolo, who not only got cut, but nobody wants.
Remember they had Derek. Gave you the raw numbers. They both had similar.
Just last year, just last year. That's what Color's talking about. Braxton Berrios in Miami last year versus Hunter Renfroe last year, which was his worst year of his career. For sure, with a terrible quarterback room and terrible stuff, and a new high-priced wide receiver demanding all the targets because they paid the guy what was he making, $40 million, something like that, something stupid.
He didn't play all the season either.
Exactly. My point is, if we're gonna look at the real stats, Color, and not get in our feelings,
everybody's talking about usage going down. Well, it occurs to me that maybe Braxton Berrios' usage should go up.
Nobody said nothing about usage going down.
A couple of them are in chat. I'm just,
Oh, okay.
I would say this.
Is it third and
both guys
or third and Renfroe? That's all.
Here's the deal.
Money down.
Color, you keep saying he has a receding hairline, right? Well, he's the same. He's the same exact age as Braxton Berrios, both coming in the league in 2019. Meanwhile, Hunter Renfroe has 100 reception season that got him over 1,000 yards in his third year, his best year.
We're talking about a serviceable quarterback in Derek Carr for how many years, while Braxton Berrios muddled around with the Jets.
Oh, so that same argument can't be used for Hunter Renfroe. So Braxton Berrios' first 4 years can't be used in the same argument of Hunter Renfroe's last 2. Cooked.
Well, I'm gonna cook.
That's what cooked sounds like, dog. That's it. Hey, hold up. Bing! The fucking oven just went off, dog. It's done. Bing! Lewis, sing me a song, Lou. Sing me a song.
Nah, bro. I'm gonna cook you in your argument, right? I'm gonna cook you.
I love you, Color.
What Braxton Berrios did last year, the same number of receptions, 81% catch rate, okay, was in this offense with Tua. Can Hunter do that?
Clearly he can.
Oh, now who brought up Tua first?
That's right. That's right. Tell me. All I know is Braxton did it with Tua in this system, 81% clip. If you want his usage to go up, talk to Tua. Ain't gonna be no different than Hunter.
That is true.
He got 37. He got 35 receptions last year. With a 67% catch
color,
rate.
color. I will help your argument.
Color.
Do you think Braxton Berrios is a better receiver?
What was his
Oh,
yards
shit,
after
color.
contact? Because I'm a Hurricane fan.
I don't know.
But
I don't know. I
Berrios
closed the page.
was too
but
light in his ass, bro.
I didn't look that deeply. It's just apparent right off a surface level browse that people shouldn't be.
So I would say this, gentlemen. I would and lady. I would say this, gentlemen and lady. Shout out to the ladies of the Dolphins, headed up and spearheaded by Miss Fins. I don't think Hunter Renfro's the direction the Dolphins should go in. For much less should go back to the same direction in Hunter Renfro light Braxton Berrios. I think they need to go bigger, taller, and that seam threat type of thing out of the slot. That's what I think we need. That's what I think we need.
Obviously,
I agree with that.
Obviously, yeah. Obviously, it's going to be no different if the quarterback is not using them.
Well, here's the thing, right? If you brought in Hunter Renfro to replace Braxton Berrios,
the fact that we proved it with evidence, with video evidence, over and over again, that this man does not find his second and tertiary receivers.
Well, he couldn't. No. He couldn't find his second and third receiver.
No, don't say that, God bless.
Fair enough.
He didn't have enough time for that.
No, that's not a lot. That's a lot, God bless.
He didn't have enough time for
Okay,
that.
Ty, I'll change my language. Fine. I'll go with that. I'll change my language. Fine. Whatever the reason. What's Hunter Renfro going to do to change that?
But he actually did have time. We're not going to have that debate like Tua didn't have time. Don't do that. We're not doing that.
Tua absolutely had time.
Again,
No, he didn't have
take
time.
it off of it.
Yes, he
No,
did.
Come on, Todd. Don't do that. God bless.
We had
Yes, he
the
did.
31st,
It's going to allow
31st.
Tua to find him better
31st.
than Braxton Berrios.
Out of 32 teams, we were 31 in pass protection. What are you talking? 31.
Well, you talk about when? 2000, you talk about 2022? You talk about 2022?
We played most of the season with backups. What are you talking about?
I'm asking you, when were they 31st? Was it 2022?
I'm sorry, what?
He had the lowest pressure rating in his career last year, 15%.
When were they?
That wasn't on the
That was lowest in the entire league.
That was on his release.
Talking about.
that's because Tua did that, right,
That
Lou?
was on his release.
Right,
That was the
Bless?
game plan.
Stop it.
That's
Stop
why
it.
by the time
we
we played,
Stop it, Bless. Don't do this, Bless.
And
Hey,
I can
stop
point
it,
out,
Bless. You can't do this.
Don't
Don't
let
do
me
this to
bring
this,
it
Bless.
out, please.
where he did not need to release it that fast.
We had Eichenberg, who we just taught to play center.
That don't
On
just because you
one
name
leg.
what they name.
On one
You
leg
ca-
in the playoff game, you thought he was going to do something.
Just because you name a couple names don't mean that he didn't have time. He had time. Clearly, if you watch
No,
the
he
tape, he
didn't.
had time.
No, he didn't.
Stop it, Black. All right,
No, he
man.
didn't. And there were plays. Now, I'm not saying that every play he didn't have time, but most of
As
the
long
time
as
he
we
did
don't
not
have any
time.
Gators on the roster, we have a
That's
shot.
17-game sample size, a 15% pressure rate, bro. That ain't just
That don't sound like somebody that's
that ain't
under the
just
rest
a
of
little
me.
bit of time.
Like I said, the stats are there. The stats are there. 31st in pass protection. We were a better run team.
What it means is that the line is not causing him to throw the ball earlier. It's not pressure that's causing him to throw the ball earlier. That's what that means.
There's game plan. Because we know the deficiencies of our offensive line. That's why we played the way we did last year. I bet you we changed that up this year. I bet you we played a whole different game this year. We're still gonna have the quick game, but we'll have a different game plan this year. We'll be able to do different things with a tight end that we can actually trust. We'll be able to do, you know what I mean? It's gonna be a different game. We're gonna build the line to be a lot better this year.
A tight end to actually trust to do what? Trust to do.
I'm sorry, what?
What?
A tight end like Jonas
A tight end
Smith,
to
like
actually
that.
trust to do what?
That we could that can catch the ball and get yards after the catch and won't fall down. That's really been our issue. Outside of Tyreek, outside of Tariq, and outside of Waddle.
Don't act like Mike Gesicki never got yak. Never got any yak.
The ball and do anything with it.
Mike Gesicki never got yak. I don't want to hear that,
I'm
Miss
talking
Finn.
about Durham Smiles, so stop. I'm talking about Durham Smiles because how many times did we use him? He doesn't use his tight end, period. He does not use tight ends, period.
Who doesn't?
You guys not hear me?
Who doesn't?
Mike McDaniel. He does not
We hear
use
you.
tight
Yeah,
ends.
Mike
Period.
McDaniels don't use tight ends when the tight end is a
So
giveaway
what do
like
you
like
mean
like
trust the tight
Gesicki.
end? So what
He
do you
used
mean trust the
Gesicki when
tight
we
end?
had him. He used Gesicki when we had him.
He barely used
We
Gesicki. If he
used
would have actually
Gesicki.
used Gesicki,
I,
if
I
he would have
hey,
used him
I Jake, I
specifically in
gotta
the passing,
It's only one
we would have
ball.
actually had a lot more.
Jake, I gotta run
We would
It's
have
down
one
actually
in
been
ball,
more
right?
successful.
It
downstairs
was
real
one
quick. But
ball, right?
I gotta make one point to drive what I was saying home. If Tua's pocket time to throw last year or pocket time last year was the same as it is this year, and his pressure rate went from 25% to 15. What explains that difference?
He got rid of the ball quick. He's faster in the off
He had the
process.
same
That was on
pocket
Tua.
time.
That was on Tua. He did not have the same. That was on Tua.
I'm telling you, 2022 to 2023, he had the same pocket time.
And I'm telling you that Tua didn't
Hey,
have
real
time
quick,
read
everybody.
to read the field to get to a third read or four. He didn't have time to do that.
I gotta jump out, but before I do, the poll did come in. Lou did win 60-40. I will take my L, but that's just because everybody else is not smart enough to know and hear.
Oh hell no, you're not doing
that's
that,
it.
Cap.
I don't know how to. I don't know.
Take
Listen,
your L, Cap.
I don't. I'll take the L because I got to remember I'm dealing with idiots more often than not,
Oh,
and
yeah.
it sucks that people just ain't smart enough, and they got
Can you
that
guys
Lou is so
reiterate the
good.
argument? I
Lou
missed
is
the
so
argument.
good at lying on them and twisting his words around in a way that makes them believe
Lord.
the lie so much
Somebody else in this
that I
building.
can't. You know what? I got honestly. I've let Lou get out of control with that. I got to get better on my lie game, is what I got to do, and I'll work on it, guys. You know, I'll be better at lying to you, just like Lou is. So.
I'm gonna close it down anyway. 2 hours is good. Is a good time.
I got to bounce, boys. I'll see you.
All right, man. So I'm gonna close it down.
Can you play LMA Philly, please?
See you, Cap.
Man, before I close it down, I just want to real quick. We'll get your final thoughts, and we'll put it on wax. Right? We'll put a pin on it. Put on wax. On a letter grade for the first. This is the first wave of free agency so far. What grade do you give Tua? I mean, not Tua. Chris Greer for the moves he made and didn't make. We'll start with Tony.
I'm gonna give him a B, possibly B plus. We always concerned. Now, there's nobody on this panel. I ain't gonna say on this panel, but nobody in this fan base can say that we want concern based on how we was in the cap situation, and we were trying to figure out how Chris Greer was gonna do it. Now, we initially judged him based on trying to keep Christian Wilkins and Robert Hunt and try to keep them in home. But now that we see everything play out and see how much those guys got paid, it just was impossible for us to play us. And I don't think they worth that money, possibly. And then the guys that he brought in, are guys that I think have a different mindset, more of a dog mentality. That one ingredient that we said was missing from his team, we got the speed, we got the athletic ability. Now we need those people that have the intangibles that you can't coach. So I'm gonna give him a B plus for bringing those guys in.
I'm sorry, Top Bless. What are you thinking? What you got? Thank you for coming, by the way.
I give them what's up. I say a B minus. And I'm saying that because I'm not sure. It's very early. Like, and then people always have to think about.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like just like how we do like a semester.
Yeah.
We do the first. We'll tally up from the first wave, the second wave draft, and then the third wave.
For this first wave, I'll definitely give it a B minus. I'm kind of happy about it, being honest. Like, I hated losing when we lost. That shit is heartbreaking. We lost what? The whole defense? Agba, Howard, it's Wilkins. You know what I mean? AVG. It's been rough to watch that. You know what I'm saying? Joe, I was a big Brandon Jones fan. You know what I mean? I remember I'm telling you, Shake, I was a big. So to come back with Poyer, okay. Well, we came back with, I think, with the 6 players that we have. I think we filled in admirably. I don't think on paper we're not better, but you never know, because you can't build team with all superstars. And sometimes when you make us, I think what we're creating is a core. We're going to finally have a core at the positions that are most important. And I think that's going to enable us to have a better balance of leadership and I think people knowing their roles on the team. And I think that could bode well for us. But we have a lot more work to do.
All right. Carlo, what say you? What grade would you give Chris Greer so far? How about you, Miss Vince? What are you thinking?
Oh, by the way, I hated losing Patrick Queen and I hated losing Derrick Henry. I really wanted them.
Me too. We're on the same page there.
Well, technically, we didn't lose him. We never had him.
Yeah, it's true that we lost out on it, I would say. But what say you, Miss Fins? What do you think?
This is why I'll be grading him on the inverse curve. But go ahead, Miss Fins.
Crypto, he always has a wild take. He said the inverse curve.
Yeah, I'm here. Sorry, I was doing something and I didn't. I had to flip back to the tab to get back here. Honestly, I'm gonna give it a C plus. I'm cautiously optimistic. It's way too early to really make a definitive move. To be honest, right now there's certain things that I'm a little bit disappointed in Greer. Certain players that I feel like we could have kept if we would have taken care of them early. I understand that, you can't sign everybody, and I'm totally cool with it. I was the first one to say, hey, if it's not going to happen, it's not going to happen. But I still feel like there were guys that we could have kept. So far, based on the guys that we brought in, typical, hurt or previously hurt player. Some are going to make some input. I mean, the one that I would say I like the most would have to be Jordan Poyer. That's the one that I'm looking at to see what he does, and also Aaron Brewer. Those two are my main ones, only because we definitely needed a center, so I want to see what he has and see how he can help out Liam if Liam ends up being the backup, and then Poyer to see how he can help out Javon Holland develop too as as he goes in his journey. Those would be my main ones that I would say I like the most, but so far a C plus for me at this point. And yeah, I'm with you, CCRR. I think losing AVG, I think we could have made a move for him to keep him, and I don't know if more than any of the other guys, him, I feel like he would have been even better. So C plus for me.
All right, and all right, let's hear this inverse grading system you got there, Crypto.
Hey, this is the reason, and this is how I'll define it. Normally, a basic standard curve is when everybody does so awful that even the lowest mid-tier grade, like a 20, gets an A. That's a standard curve. The inverse curve is when you have the illusion that everybody is doing good, that they're using deceptive tactics to make it look good, that I'm giving you a bad grade for it. So here's the inverse. So the official grade, D plus or C minus at best. Because of the illusion of doing well, because you got rid of so many players out the door that was impact core players on this team, like the Robert Hunts of the world and all of that. And then you replace them with a bunch of uncertainty, old players, aging players, or players that have the propensity of being injured, which is a tactical, quintessential Greer-like move to get players of that caliber. Have a history of injury proneness and a quote-unquote superstar flashy name on the back of the jersey. Quintessential Greer-like move, hence the deception of being good, but yet you're going to get an awful grade because you're doing the same thing. Constantly duping in the fan base that you did so well. We won the offseason yet again, the Super Bowl offseason, and then we fall apart at the end of the season. So I'm not falling for the banana in the tailpipe. D plus, C minus at best.
Damn, you have spoken.
That was terrible. That was horrible, Crypto.
Oh man,
you might not like it, but that's the truth.
Hey, okay, so I know you finna end the check. So before you end, let me ask y'all a question. I just want everybody to answer real quick. Shaq Barrett, is he an upgrade for AVG? Yes or no?
Parallel move.
Parallel. Okay. Jordan Brooks, is he an upgrade from Baker or Jerome Baker?
Yes. Yes, upgrade.
Temporary, because you want to know why those are upgrades? Because it's not a it's not a hard it's not hard to overcome a 1 inch hurdle. Our linebackers was trash to begin with across the board.
Well, but here's the thing.
You could blindly upgrade that position.
By the way, I would not say Shaq Barrett is an upgrade over Van Ginkel.
I wouldn't either.
Because
versatility.
He's on Shaq Barrett is on the downswing where Van Ginkel is on the upswing. He's going.
And Shaq Barrett is only a pass rusher, and AVG does everything. So that's a big.
AVG does more impactful players in key situations.
Yeah,
he does a lot against a lot of good teams too. Yeah. I noticed that about AVG.
Yeah, I agree with you, SRS. We fall in love with average players.
What about Jordan Porter to Brandon Jones?
Hence Christian Wilkins, but that's either here or there.
Brandon Jones is more of a better run support guy.
Then Jordan Poyer
has the injury concern, and he's not reliable.
Yeah.
So not to mention he's an
that was even. I think that was even.
Even Jordan Poyer, all pros. Man, you know what?
He's all pro.
Let me tell you why. Jordan Poyer is not.
What about how he could teach Javon Hollins?
He's not a pro player anymore.
I'm not sure Javon Hollins won't be teaching him.
Javon Hollins. All right, you know what? Go ahead, Cap. You can finish now.
Welcome to the panel, Tony. Good to have you tonight, man.
I think I get Lewis back up. I think I get Lewis back up here.
Jordan Porter.
I've never heard you turn up like that.
How what the Bills did to stop us, we can finally figure that out now that we have Jordan Poyer. That's where he comes in handy.
I would agree with that 100%. He may be an insider, but I don't think it'll work because McDermott will switch it up on him.
Yeah, I agree. Shaq Barrett is hey, listen, Jack is a top 100 player, but that was like what, 5 years ago?
Yes, he was, Shaq. If you don't get all you need out of Poyer by the start of week 1, then that's probably when he'll be cut because
you know what?
Like he didn't.
One of the reasons I'm not mad at the Shaq Barrett because I feel he is a stopgap between the two pass rushers that we're going to
play more games last year, Jordan Poyer or Javon Hollins.
Who play more games?
I think he's going to be. I
think only missed like 4 games.
But listen, hold on, listen to this though. Shaq Barrett, I think is going to be great because, being that he's older there, we need him. We're not going to need him for the long haul. We're just going to need him for the first couple of months that we don't have Phillips or Chubb. So I think he's a perfect guy. Then once Phillips and Chubb come back, he'll get on the bench and play his role.
And who's that bench player that he's replacing, Shake? So then that's when you realize, hey, he is a pretty good upgrade because that's
Melvin Ingram. Melvin Ingram.
No, well, or Cameron Good.
Cameron Good, okay.
I think Ingram was just another stopgap from last year. I don't.
Cameron Good, okay.
Well, so Ingram made some impact plays.
So basically, what I'm judging this season on what we needed. The guys that he bring up that could get us, because remember we're not going to be in cap hell next year. So with what he was working with, what he had to work with, and the guys that he brought in, I think he did a pretty good job. Now, Crypto, still answer my question: who played more games last year, Javon Hollins or Jordan Poyer?
Holland. They play about the same. I thought Holland played more.
Jordan Poyer played 16 out of 17. Holland missed like 4 games last year.
Okay, they be playing on the field together then. Okay, what that prove?
Because you said he had injury concerns. That's what you said.
And I'm agreeing.
Yeah, he is playing injured.
I think he's an upgrade to Good, but Good is who's he's here to replace.
I'm just saying you could throw your injuries concern out based on last season. Jordan Poyer, the one you have injury concerns about, played more games than Javon Hollins.
Well, that's fine. That's probably an outlier, but he's been having nagging injuries throughout his whole career.
He has, but recent history shows that he's more reliable than Javon Hollins.
By the way,
Holland just took the day off because he had to take care of his cat. He had veterinarian appointments. You can't count that against him.
Who's got the
And
guitar?
not only that, he had to. I think he had to take that rug to the dry cleaners.
Yeah, for
that
all
too,
them
Shake.
tears. Yeah, for all them tears.
That's right. He had to do that too, Shake, buddy.
I'm not gonna lie, him and his thing against the fans kind of pisses me off. Like, I don't know what his problem is with the fans. Like,
By
you
the
need
way,
to stop.
is Chase Coop? Does anybody know offhand? Is Chase Claypool a free agent, or is he with the Miami Dolphins?
Free agent.
Yeah, free agent.
Yeah,
Wasn't that
he's on the
he
market.
was on his last season last.
Yeah,
game.
he should be on the market
Yeah, he's
now.
a free
Shake.
agent.
Hey, I'm not opposed to bringing him back either. I'm just saying we need a big body
Either.
He's
receiver.
going
Like
back
he's
to
gonna
play
be
for the
used
Steelers.
anyway.
I'd
so
rather
it's
have
okay.
him than Renfro.
Yeah, he's a better
I
option.
concur with that. Yeah, I'm on that train too.
Yeah, he's a better option than Renfro. But tell you this, he might go back to play for the Steelers.
What's funny is I'm looking up
Nobody
Chase Claypool, and it says Chase Claypool is a Canadian American football wide receiver for the Miami Dolphins.
Oh, he's definitely Canadian.
Yeah.
Well,
I heard somebody.
That's
I
what
heard
it says
somebody
right now.
suggested he gonna
What
pay
you
in the
looking on?
CFL the other day.
What? Well, yeah, Triple S. What's Triple S? He had to let us know about the Canadian. You know, inside, outside.
But,
well, isn't Holland from Canada? Got some Canada
Oh yeah,
ties
Holland
too?
is Canadian.
yeah, he is.
We got some Canadian people on the roster already. See, he should feel comfortable.
You don't say.
Eh?
You know, not all of them say it, but I still associate all of them with saying that. They don't all say A, but
So
okay,
Yeah,
Sarah, thank you.
Take money.
has
Take
this
money.
been
I just checked it
established?
over the cap. Yeah, he a free agent this year.
Okay,
Last year
perfect.
was his final year of the deal.
Has this been established? Do we have the TNT wall?
You mean what's the TNT
Did they bring
wall?
it back?
Only
take
when
no
we play.
talent.
Only when we play on
The-
TBS.
the- you talk about the take no talent one from
No, I actually we
Brian
only when we
Flores?
play
Yeah.
on TBS. We play on
Stop
when
it,
we play on
man.
TBS. They have the TNT wall to promote the system.
I think that's what you remember. What the Big O said. Where's Alex? Alex can back me up. The Big O said we got to bring back the TNT wall. Ask Alex. That's what the Big O said. He said we got to bring it back. So Alex can verify anything the Big O said.
But we'll let Big O walk to the TNT wall when somebody get off sides or do something in that manner. I'm quite sure he would.
Speaking of Alex,
He
I
probably
won't
would.
do it. Everybody's been
Oh,
telling me
man.
I shouldn't do it, but man.
But anyway, we appreciate
They
everybody.
had that draft, man. So the
appreciate
draft is
everybody.
coming up.
Sal,
So-
Sal. By the way, Sal. Oh, Sal, real
Damn.
quick. Listen, I want. Listen, we show our Bills fans some love, so I gotta show this for you. Here you go, Sal. Just in case you still got the
new edition
Josh
of the trophy
Allen
case.
Madden. Hey, by the way, who do you guys think is gonna be on the Madden cover?
Tyreek Hill.
Tyreek
Never-
Hill?
There's never
Don't do that.
there's
Don't
never
No.
been a
That's
dolphin
the
on the
thing.
cover.
do
Madden.
that.
No.
And I hope we
No.
don't.
I don't want them. I hope
I'm
not.
just telling you.
No.
I'm not trying.
No.
It's gonna happen.
I rebuke
Now
your words.
I'm not
Tyler.
normally superstitious
I
like that,
rebuke
but
your words.
Yo,
that's a
he
jinx
had
that
two-
works.
Listen.
He had two 17,000 seasons in a row.
Listen.
He ain't gonna put
Get out of
three.
here.
God bless.
It's gonna be Christian McCaffrey. Christian
Hey,
McCaffrey.
listen,
Let
God
him
bless.
Yeah,
do
it might be
Listen,
McCaffrey.
I
already,
That's the most
I
likely.
already,
Yeah.
I already
I think
implemented.
T Mac had a cover, right?
And listen, I already implemented
Or
a
Brock
plan
Purdy.
in
They can put
motion.
Brock Purdy on there.
I
It'd
got
be
a
Lamar
plan
or
in motion
McCaffrey
so
on
we
the
can go to
cover.
the Super Bowl.
Lamar already had
Yep.
a cover.
Hey, you know, I
When
already
did he
got
have
a
a
plan in
cover? I don't
We have
motion.
remember him
another
on
Listen,
the
one.
guys,
cover.
check me out.
He had
When did he have a
23.
cover? Hold on, which year?
I got the plan in motion. Durham Smythe is gonna date Lady Gaga before training camp. And
Get out of here with the Lady
yeah,
Gaga
so
crap.
that's
Stop it.
what's
That's a
gonna
good
happen. It's
point,
gonna be
Jake.
Durham
That's a
Smythe
good
and Lady
point.
Gaga. So Lady Gaga is gonna be at all the Dolphins games. She's gonna be in Club
Stop.
Live, and
And
they're
she
gonna be
gonna get
showing her
booed.
on Team. That's what's gonna happen.
Sound like a plan.
What
It's
about
gonna
Miley
be
Cyrus?
CJ Stroud.
Now Miley Cyrus though. Okay.
Yeah, and so it's what
No,
we're gonna
no,
do. Yeah,
no,
Miley
no,
Cyrus
no.
and Waddle.
Lamar had the cover in 21, by the way.
Right.
Yeah,
Model,
Lamar
yep.
had a cover already.
He
It's
did
gonna be
2020. Man, I ain't been
Christian
playing video
McCaffrey,
games in
man.
a
The
while. I
offensive
didn't know
player
he
of the
was on that.
year is probably gonna be him.
Yeah, it'll
Yeah,
probably
so it
be
might be
CMC.
Caffrey. Yeah, maybe
Which I
CMC.
wouldn't
Yep, you
mind.
got
I
that.
love CMC. He's fine, but I
I
can't.
Or
just
who
don't
was
want none of our players on there. I don't care who
Yeah,
who
they
was
put
the
it's
on there.
Super
not.
Bowl MVP?
It's not.
Have a
We
rookie of the
already
year
have
ever made
every
it?
possible
Have a
thing in
rookie of the year ever been on the cover?
I'm not sure, but I doubt it.
That's what I'm saying. It might be C.J. Stroud. Maybe make a little history.
Right, because rookie of the year, he won rookie of the year, so he might get it.
That's not far fetched.
Yeah, that would be actually pretty
Yeah,
good.
for a rookie of the year to finally get on the cover. Yeah.
Oh man.
Maybe.
Gunner's gone. So, but
Uh-oh,
yeah, I
Slick.
appreciate.
And you know
Breaking
the
news.
NFL
Wait,
loves
who's
to
gone?
make history just out of thin air, just to make a fanfare out of it. You know what I mean? So look
Yeah,
for
of
C.J.
course.
Stroud. It's not a bad take.
And look
Right.
at what
There's
he was
never
able to
been an
do.
offensive lineman on the cover.
Stop it.
Maybe Munoz.
You know what? It would make
Anthony
sense
Munoz.
if Jason Kelsey was still playing, then
Right?
I would have picked him to be the
He
If
could
they
be on.
if
Yeah,
they would
for the
have
first
won the Super
offensive
Bowl,
lineman.
Trent Williams would have been on there.
maybe
Yeah,
actually.
could have been.
Yeah.
If 49ers
You know
would
what?
have won
they
the
would've
Super
won.
Bowl, they
Hey,
would have put him on there.
we need Josh Allen to make back-to-back Madden covers. So that way,
I'm not opposed to that either because the way
yeah. Look, that
Or the
way.
other, you talking about the other Josh Allen for
So
defense?
just Josh Allen. So we can have they can have 2 trophies in the case.
Is that 23
Hey,
or 24?
they're gonna put the MVP of this podcast show on it. They're gonna put Joe Flacco on the cover.
Joe
Oh, I
Comeback
thought you were
kid.
gonna say
I'm
Lewis.
still trying to
No
figure out
doubt.
where he came back from.
No
Hey,
doubt.
by the way,
Still
Bo G,
trying to figure out
I can't agree with you
where
more,
he came
man.
back
That
from. Yeah.
has gone.
Especially since it probably dragged out the algorithm,
Hey.
probably dragged out a bunch of old Ravens fans
Oh my
when we
God.
started talking about it. They're like, "What? They're talking about what?" You know.
Can you
So,
imagine if it
hey.
was Russell Wilson? Hey, Steeler Nation, it's wild.
By the way,
And they
let's
got
see.
Patrick
But
Queen.
Before we go, Ty Bless, where can we find you, man?
You can find me right there on Facebook, Ty Bless. Or you can find me on TikTok, Ty Bless. You know what I mean? Anywhere, pretty much. And Instagram, Ty Bless, but the L is a 1. Yeah, those are the places. TyBless.com. Find some music.
Oh yeah.
Thank you much, John.
And by the way, I gotta get with you about making my theme song for
your
In the
theme
Blender.
song. That's right. I haven't forgotten.
Yeah. And Miss Benz, of course, we can find you every
Monday
morning,
through Friday, 8 a.m.
Monday,
Eastern,
Friday.
guys. Monday through Friday.
I'll definitely be there.
Yep. We got fun shows every single morning. I mean, it gets crazier every time. I don't know how this keeps going, but it really is fan driven, and I appreciate all you guys that do come through. Those who donate, those who are members, everybody that watches. You can find me on Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, YouTube. Everything is Miss Fins, MISSPHINS.
Let me make sure
And
I'm
it's
subscribed. I'm
representing the
subscribed to you
ladies,
already.
but I represent Dolphin fans in general, so I don't care. If you're a Dolphin fan, you're welcome. And if you're not a Dolphin fan, but you're an NFL fan, you're welcome too. You're all welcome to come. And let's go Dolphins.
So, with that being said, Fids up. Hey, y'all hang on the backstage for a bit as soon as we close this down, if you don't mind, Ty.
Yes, sir.
All right.
All right, cool. All right, y'all. Be easy. And again, thanks everybody for coming through, man. I appreciate it. This is what we do. Hey, listen, I was supposed to go to Savannah, Georgia this weekend, but plans got canceled. So I will be doing an open panel this Friday.
Savannah.
Y'all come through and show some love, baby. And we'll drop the link and we'll let everybody go nuts, except for a certain person who decides to ban our you know what I'm saying? To be
Yeah. Oh, we got to talk about that backstage.
So
wait a minute, y'all got to fill me on on this. Wait a minute.
Hey, say one before you close. Before you close it out. Shout out to Finsanity, man. Y'all give a shout out to Finsanity. Let's go Heat.
Of course, Finsanity for sure.
I see it. Let's go Heat, y'all.
But also, Tony, thank you much for coming by tonight, man. Hope to look forward to see more of you in the future, man. Appreciate you. Love your takes all the time. You know, and I always think you're one of the fairest dudes in the community. So appreciate you bringing that to the gate like you did tonight, man. And like I said, look forward to see you in the future, man.
Most definitely.
What's up, y'all?
As long as y'all don't go.
It was there.
You were saying something, Tony?
I was just talking shit to Cook though. As long as y'all ain't got him up here.
What's up, guys?
Yep. The Hurricanes are trash. Utah is a poverty franchise.
It's okay.